Yeah, sweet. We're
Oh,
live. We're live, boys.
hell yeah.
I'll do
We,
it.
we would be streaming from Abstract, but unfortunately we haven't been approved yet. So
Let me double check. I haven't
no,
checked it in
I've
like
checked it.
24
I
hours.
checked it, but
Oh,
I
Christ.
think Saucy Chad is like he commented on the post that I made today. He said follow me
Lol,
back.
yeah.
So I think
Still pending.
he might come out with the save. So hopefully next time we can be streaming on Abstract. That would be cool. Would be
that'd
down for
sick.
that. I think we would be one of the better streamers on there because I've seen what's on there and it reminds me of what Sanko's like. So just a lot of lo-fi and chill streams. Just saying.
Just getting those points.
just getting the points. But yeah,
Getting those points. Yeah, Abstract will be
live. Yeah,
fuck yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys played with Abstract at all yet?
Not at all. Hey.
I saw that
kind of cool.
who was streaming on it, and I was like, no, but
not gonna lie, it's kind of cool.
Is it good?
Yeah. So like I see. Maybe I won't pull it up, but like I'll see if I can screen share with you boys and the chat. But if I there's no screen to share here.
Oh wait, no, it's up. You got it.
Yeah. So I've just got my tiny little funded wallet here. So I just bridged a little bit of ETH today to try and like check it out. But like they got this like cool little interface. So like the way it works is like when you sign in with the wallet, it creates like a new wallet address, which I didn't really like. So like you sign in with your like ETH wallet, but then it creates this like segregated wallet addy. And it's this whole like I forget the term for it, but it's like the abstracted wallet. I can't remember the fucking name. I'm going to sound retarded trying to explain it. But anyway, so like you have this as like your main portal, and then they have like all of the projects and stuff that are associated with it. Then they have like a little trading interface, and like you don't have to do any signatures or anything on it because it's kind of like a privy wallet, but it's not at the same time. So like, yeah, you can like obviously trade tokens and shit. Then they've got all of the streamers, much like I was discussing before, where they've got like a lot of these like lo-fi and chill streamers. But then there's like people like playing stuff on Abstract, like the TCG game, which is pretty cool, on there as well, which is cool. And then they've got like a rewards thing, which I just set up today. They've got like you get points for like doing certain quests, so like you can connect your Twitter, connect your Discord, fund your account, make a trade.
UX wise, it looks pretty fucking clean.
Yeah, very clean. I voted. I upvoted on the thing there, so I got another little badge. So all of these little things like add as a NFT. These badges, they're like NFTs, and they give you like EXP. So like I've only started this today, so like I've got some experience points there. And then like you get bonuses for holding penguins and little pudgies and all sorts of stuff, which is cool. So you get multipliers on your experience points. But yeah,
all right, sick.
But they got all these little games and shit. So like really cool interface. Like I think it's like if you're trying to onboard a normie, like maybe it's kind of good. So like you have like ways to like fund your wallet. So like you can do it via MoonPay, Coinbase, Bridge, or from a centralized exchange to like get your money on there, which is cool. So like it is nice. I just think like the timing of the launch was probably quite poor. And like considering like where the markets are right now, and we can get into that. But like anyway. Little bit of splooging around Abstract while Protege's Blue Grag says, "What's up, guys?"
Oh man, holy shit!
Go Protege.
Straight out,
dude. GCR according to the TL.
Dude, hell yeah! Good on him. I honestly think that. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, good on him. Like you got to have a win at some point, right? Can't always be wrong.
I was being genuine, but yes.
I think he has like a I think he has like a what's that fucking stupid thing that we did the other week? Like it was like a pump. It was a friend tech like clone on Solana.
Tribe.
Yeah, like he has like a big tribe group.
Fuck yeah, dude! My social fi is just fucking pointless. Like I'm like you can. I don't post ever, or even like hardly post on Twitter.
Yeah.
Definitely pay money to come hang out and get subpar calls in my channel. That's what you want to do with your time, you
Pay to
know?
win.
Pay to win. Pay to win.
Exactly.
But yeah, so shall we kick this off
Hell yeah.
officially? Cool. So I thought that we might start with the fact that this week's been fucked. I think we had the largest liquidation event of all time within crypto earlier this week. Like Bybit and that like came out saying like their numbers were incorrect and it was actually a lot higher than what they represented because their API only like polls at like a 1 second rate or something. So like they were like extracting like or extrapolating out from that being like I think this liquidation event was a lot worse than was being reported. Which is pretty insane considering like we were in like a pretty choppy period as well. Like ETH went to like fucking $2,000.
That's crazy. That would have liquidated so many people.
Bro, like,
Dude, I was driving my van home from like up the coast and I just see a fucking tweet from Stick saying like OMG Ethereum, all caps. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, like a pump. I don't know. I just see full caps and I think like, oh, this is good news. And then I like opened literally like fucking Trading View and was like,
That was crazy.
What?
I was staring at it when I should have been.
$2,000?
Yeah, bro. I was staring at it like 2100 when I should have just been like max bidding because like obviously when those like liquidation cascades happen, it's like it's such an obvious just like free 20-30% bid. But like obviously I didn't do it because in hindsight you're like, oh, it's so easy, but then in the moment you're like, it could cascade again.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not bidding support when support becomes not support. As I've learned.
yeah, it's kind of fucked. Like if you think about like the other majors that were like nuking at the time, like how much worse Ethereum was. Like
yeah,
like it just shows you like how much like pent up.
Is.
Well, like that and like how much like pent up like leverage was just built into like longing Ethereum. Like
yeah, it wasn't like a natural spot bid.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Like I think so like for the past like 12 to 18 months, like everyone's been calling for like the bottom of Ethereum, like sentiment could not get any worse. It's like, bro,
it can get so much worse.
like everyone like 12 months ago was saying like it couldn't get any worse. Like, bruh, it's got so bad. It's so bad. Vitalik's rocking a Milady. Like that's how bad it got.
And he can't even pump the Milady.
Yeah, and that even didn't do anything. Like Jesus Christ.
He did a tweet like an hour ago or something, and he's like, "Thanks for all the support over the last few weeks." I haven't read the comments, but they'll probably be pretty interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, like the funniest thing I thought about Ethereum. Hold on, I'll just share screen here. But like this light blue line here is the 200-week average, and so it's like at this point in time, if you held Ethereum for 200 weeks, you were underwater.
That's crazy.
And
dear God.
And the current point in time, you're currently up 7%. So for 200 weeks,
yeah.
200 weeks, that is many years. Like you have underperformed the SPX.
4 years. Yeah.
You have
I'm the XPX, brother. You've underperformed the Australian stock market, which goes up a grand total of 3 to 4% annually.
Let's have a look. ASX. Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Oh my God.
This has got to be like the most.
Could have sat in bonds and like outperformed.
Yeah, like you could have literally just had money in your savings account and outperformed ETH.
Holy fuck, like, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have bought the ASX 200. Man, that's dire.
That is pretty
Nah,
sad.
when you're underperforming the Aussie stock market, you're in bad.
I think if you're
Bad
underperforming
water.
like the savings rate in your bank account, that's bad.
Yeah, it sounds a lot worse. To be fair.
Like you went through all of that turmoil of like all of the
All the crashes.
volatility and
Yeah.
everything, and you could have had more money just leaving it as cash in your bank account. Like that's fucked up, man. It's pretty bad.
Wow.
Man, I like bought him a lady today, and like you saying that, I'm just like, fuck my life. Like, why do I even hold? Why do I even like trade with this native token? But I do like all the like funny shit coins and NFTs on ETH. That's like the one thing that like keeps me
Mm.
sane with Ethereum. But
Well, I went to base for the tech, unironically, and now I am my pockets are not
Unironically.
exploding, dude.
base is like, I mean, the thing about base is like, I just don't understand uh Coinbase in themselves. Like they had all these like AI coins that were pumping, like I think they had like AI XBT, which like nearly got to like a billion at when all the AI coins were, and they like they like didn't list it. I'm like, wouldn't you just list it? Like,
Well, they had virtuals on base as well, and it hit like 5
yeah,
mils.
I'm
And they
like,
didn't
why
even
didn't
list
you?
that.
I'm like, what's like this is like your ecosystem, and you're like not listing it. It's so weird.
It's like Trump's
Like
in.
it
It's
would have
time for
pumped
some
harder.
listing
Yeah,
crimes. Like list it.
yeah.
Jesus.
I know. Like it's crime season, and you're not fucking doing an insider list. Like seriously,
Yeah.
like Binance literally just listed a fucking Binance
Binance would have just been
smart chain like
jamming their
coin.
shit on the
Dude.
Yeah.
launch pad.
Did you see that?
Did you see Test?
Yeah, test. Yeah, that was
Tom,
fucked.
did you see Test?
I don't think I saw what happened with Test.
Oh
Oh,
my god. Okay.
bro. This
Dude.
is some real fucking
This is
classic Binance
dude.
crime.
So anyway, so there's this token called is it TST is like the ticker? Yeah.
Yes. Hey, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just pull it up on the screen here. So like
This is
I got it shilled in the Autist Cabal fucking chat by Barla at 800k market cap. And
Of course.
800K.
yeah. Anyway, but he shilled it and I thought it was like, I don't know, some dog shit AI stuff again because like everything he shields is like AI.
Dog shit AI. Thanks, Bala.
Thanks, Bala.
No.
Thanks, Bala. Yeah. So anyway, but the thing behind it was, let me pull up the CZ tweet. So like it was a coin that was launched on like a launch pad on Binance Smart Chain, and it launched at like 10 mil market cap. No, it was like fuck all. No, it was like not
Mhm.
10 mil, but it launched. He shilled it at around 10 mil market cap. He didn't like directly shill it. Yeah, here it is here. So he's like, we did a step-by-step video education for launching meme tokens on the 4.meme platform. In this video, we launched a token named TST as the example. When we
Holy
posted
shit,
the
okay.
education video yesterday, there's one frame at a minute 18 where the name gets uncovered. Chinese community KOL starts to trade this token, promote this token. Now the market cap of the token's at 494k market cap. The team member deleted the video upon learning about it, but the internet doesn't forget. And then so like he's tweeted like laughing face, a tricky situation. A BNB chain member just told me this. So it's like and he's quoted the token like within the fucking
Holy
post.
fuck. And he's saying this is not an official token.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's just a test thing.
The funniest thing, right, is like you look at the date. This is February 6th, right, at 10:24 p.m., right? We go back to this. February 6th at 10:24 p.m. is this is on this is
It's UTC time, isn't it? Or
yeah, it's not even on Deck Screener at this point. Oh no, sorry.
Fuck.
No, 10:24 is here. So
here, yeah.
it's
Okay,
around
so
there.
pumps after that. Yep.
Like if you bought on that post, you are up 13x, 14x.
Yeah, okay. If you pico blasted,
Even
if you top blasted that
it.
post.
And so like how slow are the fucking trenches right now? Like the fact that like CZ like that
and
is
soft shill a coin and it gets it to what, 22 mil? 20 mil. 20 mil.
500 mil market cap currently.
Okay, so it got to like 50 mil on the CZ pump, basically.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
Like it shows you everything you need to know of the current state of the market. But like, holy shit! And this shit is still like going. Like, who
And wait,
knows?
It'll probably go higher.
so Binance listed
No,
TST.
and then
Spot-
so today they announced that they will be listing it.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
so far.
Incredible.
and then so
God damn it.
he shows this today in Chinese. TST already has a website and an X account, and then if you go to the Binance like thing today, I'm pretty sure they announced here Binance will list Lord Cheems and test on BSC TST with C tag applied an hour ago. So that was like
Lord Cheems.
So an hour and literally an hour ago, this candle here was like the Binance listing.
Holy fuck.
Like,
Do you,
Okay.
you're not locked in, bros. You're not locked in.
We are not locked in.
I'm not locked in at all. Do you think people will have a dabble on Binance Smart Chain now, or do you think it's just a one-off?
I'm in two minds with that. I feel like
I did
like-
a post and I was like, I'm fading it, but I feel like I'm gonna mid-curve it.
yeah, I feel like I'm probably mid-curving it with like what I'm about to say, but like I think that I think what drove this was the CZ stuff, right? I feel like trying to get people to stay and to continue to play on the chain is like a whole nother game, and I'm not entirely sure that that's like doable. But in saying that though, like I think the willingness for Binance to do something like that has changed. And if you think back to like the last few weeks and like what has changed in this environment, well, it's like, well, scams are kind of okay to do now because like the president of the United States just launched a fucking meme coin. So it's like Binance is like, well, you know, we've already been prosecuted, but like anything that they prosecute us for now is not going to be anywhere near as bad as like the fucking president launching a meme coin.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, the things that
Right.
they would be willing to do is very different. And, you know, are participants willing to bridge across to the Binance Smart Chain and play with shit? Like, who knows? But yeah, like it's up there on Dex Screener now. There's like betas to this tutorial as like a beta, obviously here. Which is doing well. So like, there's probably some alpha in build on BNB. So it's like all these like betas that are just like pumping as a result.
Yeah, fuck me. All right, BSC season. Christ.
Which would be kind of funny. Like, dude, like every coin I'm pulling up on Dex Screener right now is just like up only mode. So yeah, I'm probably fucking mid curving this badly. Like literally every coin looks good on the that I click on.
Binance.
Yeah.
It does have a lot more because I always get scared because I think of it as like Tron season when they launched the sun.pump and it was like 2 weeks. Oh, like 8 days really of like you could buy shit and be like lock in gains. But then you just rotate out because people are like, what else am I going to do here?
Yeah, I mean,
But
if
also,
you're early,
yeah.
in the first 1 to 2 days, like you'll print, but like, yeah, I don't know. If it's like a small little Tron or XRP meme coin type old season, it'll be like, yeah, if you're like a few days late, you're gonna get rinsed.
Well, you'd have to be looking for something that could do something similar to test. You'd have to be like finding a token that you're like, oh, this will get on the launch pad or this will actually get listed by fucking Binance. Otherwise, you're just buying dog shit over on 4.meme and you're going to be like, great, I top blasted another fucking coin at 1 mil and I don't have anything.
I feel
I'm looking
like
at 4.meme right now and there's Wojak fart.
yeah.
I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to get in on that.
Yeah. This 4 coin, which is kind of funny because there was a 4 coin on ETH, which I've spoken about in previous episodes.
Oh yeah, you have spoken about.
Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah. That's actually a good coin to have on the Binance.
Yeah.
That's actually a good meme.
Yeah, like all of these, like fucking maybe not this
Man,
one, but
I'll tell you which meme I fucking miss, and I thought this meme was just hilarious on base. Bold.
oh, dude.
Bro, I thought that would
Bold?
actually
Yeah.
go really high, like one day. Like that was actually funny to me. The liquidity's
lore on
higher
that
than
was the liquidity's not great now, but it was
no,
good.
it's higher than the market cap.
It not not still,
Bald.
right?
I think so.
No,
Wait, let me
I
have a
think
look.
Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, it is.
That's so fucking
No,
funny. But yeah,
it's just a little bit higher. But yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, but it's just funny. Bold. That was so funny.
Man.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so like it has felt pretty shit like the last few weeks. I'm sure everyone's enjoyed everyone calling top for like every day the past week. Like Ansem's fucking bearish and like, you know, probably rightly so. Like I think market structure wise on a lot of the charts it looks pretty shit. It does find it is hard to find reasons to maintain bullishness in like the current environment when like every day is just like another top signal event.
Another extraction event. Dave
Yeah,
Portnoy.
yeah, we've got like fucking Dave Portnoy fucking shilling
That dude's
coins.
like the fucking Grim Reaper of crypto. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh no! Every time he shows
Never
up,
want
it's
him
just like,
around,
Yeah, so
shit.
last time
All
he
right.
showed up, was kind of funny. So like if we put things in perspective a little bit, so where we are now in the cycle is very close to, if not almost the exact same period as the May nuke in 2021. So like relative to the halving. So like we're very much in that same sort of point of time in terms of days past the halving. But what's interesting is that when the Dave Portnoys of the world came into crypto last time was around the exact same time, and that's when he came out with the Safe Moon stuff. So like cycle wise, we're doing the exact same shit all over again, same period of time. You know, it's just all playing out very similarly. But if you recall back to that time, or even if you just look back on the charts, like that wasn't the Pico top of everything. And you know, it does sort of create this like weird inflection point where it's like, have we topped or are we just starting? Oh, thanks, babe. Great Northerns.
Ah, fuck yeah.
But yeah, so like it is a strange time, and I think like I've been finding it very hard to sort of rationalize where we are now, and I feel like a lot of people are as well. But I think that the most challenging part of like where we're sitting right now is like if you're not in Bitcoin, it hurts. Like almost every token sucks to be in. I think even when we spoke last week on Spaces Sticks, I think we were talking about SPX like looking pretty good. Like SPX has gone down 50% since last Sunday.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. So it's like I think on CoinGecko, if I pull up the CoinGecko here, if you
I
look
think
at
the SPX was the only good one I mentioned as well. So
yeah,
like when that went down, I don't think there's many that it's
that
like a nothing now.
no, exactly. So like looking 7 days on CoinGecko, like they're only we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coins that are above 1% increased in 7 days, and it's Mantra, Hyperliquid, Tokenized Exchange, and Leo. So like
Yeah, and Hyperliquid's like an actual business, so like it's easier to rationalize
yeah.
holding it because they make money on either sides of the market. But it's like, yeah, all the others are like, oh,
Yeah, it makes it quite hard to sort of like maintain any sort of bullishness right now. Even like on a 30-day basis, like a lot of the coins here look pretty sad. Like, you know, if you held anything for the past month, like it feels pretty bad. So yeah, like it's understandable like the sentiment that we're getting on CT right now. But it's kind of like, what do you do now? Like, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but like if you're coming into the space like as of right now, or if you've been in the space for a while and you're holding, like what do you think of like where we're sitting?
Stable up and wait.
Stables are for horses, Tom.
I wish you said that a few weeks ago.
Well, nay, call me a horse. I've been buying shit that I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the lows, and then being like, oh no.
Nah, there's not really any sound advice. Like if you round trip the only good thing about, and I think I did a tweet about this earlier, it was like, if you've round tripped like a lot of money, like 6, 7, like high 6 figures, like 7 figures, whatever a lot of money is to you, like it's obviously terrible and like, yeah, it's shit. But the good news is, if you've done it like once or twice before, like you could probably get back to like 6, 7 figures again at some point. So it's just whether you're gonna ever round trip it again in the future. But as of right now, it's like, yeah, I don't really have any advice because it's quite difficult to know what to do after. It was like a bit easier before the Trump extraction event to like sort of rationalize holding like at least a few of the good meme coins that were holding up, like the really really good ones, like Pepe. I think SPX was still really high. Pepe was still doing pretty well, but like like whoever the insiders were, literally, like I don't know how much they made. Like they probably made like $500 million or maybe even more on the Trump coins. So and like that money's like never gonna come back, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like I think people forget that, like when insiders are very like coordinated, like people outside of the space, celebs and stuff, when they actually come in and because Solana's so fast paced, they can come in and out, extract, and the money just like never comes back. Usually, most of the time, like most of these people are actually just gonna go spend this money in real life. So
unless Trump comes back where he airdrops to all Trump holders. Thanks, guys. We're making Solana great again with a Trump airdrop.
He'll dilute,
I don't think that was the plan.
Do a dilution like he did with the NFTs. They were funny, but yeah, it's kind of hard to know what to do really. Like, yeah, I'm holding like Hype, and I'm hoping because like it's like the only non-grifting thing this cycle that like it does well. It seems to be like holding up okay for now, but like even it still has its days where it like can't. Even in those bits,
it's still stuck in the DiCaprio Epstein range currently.
I think we said this last week. Yeah. And it's still in it.
Do you know about the DiCaprio Epstein range, Tom?
What the fuck is happening? Oh yeah, is this like where it's good and where it's bad?
Yeah, it's like well,
roughly.
Like, no.
Well,
so if you look at the price, right, it's sitting at $23.80 in like,
which is in the DiCaprio range.
The
girls
like DiCaprio doesn't date anyone above like 25.
Above 25,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So hold on.
But then like if we go past the
PK did a good tweet of it here. I've got it up here.
But if we
So he's got
That's funny as
$25 as DiCaprio. The bottom of the range is the Epstein.
Is
so like
under
like
18.
And then the CL support is 16.
Yeah, CL support 6. If it goes to CL support, like I might have to actually deploy some bank money.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Fuck, dude.
We haven't actually broken the dreaded. We haven't actually gone into the dreaded Epstein range yet.
No,
because it keeps bouncing off it. But we're struggling to get above the DiCaprio range, so we're sort of in a bit of a pickle here. But
yeah, the DiCaprio shit. There's that meme from fucking ages ago where it's him and it's just like, no, don't turn 25. You're so sexy.
So true. Dude's gonna be literally like 80 years old, and like. Yeah, he'll still be doing the same shit, but it's pretty funny.
Guys, I have some really sad news to announce. But despite my girlfriend's wonderful efforts to get me some beer, she's got me the 0 alcohol Great Northern.
Ooh, that's tough. They're not good either.
No. So I'm trying to go on a bit of a health arc here because I've been drinking way too much. So I think it's a blessing in disguise, and I'll send my appreciations her way regardless. But yeah. Sober 1L.
True. Okay. Fuck it.
But yeah, what about you, Tom? What do you think, like market wise, like cycle wise? Is this top? Is this like, are we really like pushing it here to expect any sort of like proper continuation?
Well, I think it just comes down to like what BTC does, basically, for like short term. In terms of top, Like I still, it's probably the thing that causes me to round trip each time. Like I just did pretty decent numbers on the DeFi AI bullshit, and then handed gains back. DeFi, did okay on that. It was pretty funny. Ran up pretty well, but then kept like adding to stuff, like not incredibly, but adding to like winners when they dipped again, and it was working for a little bit, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm like, you know, DCAing into some really good shit here. And then on the fucking liquidation day I was like, yeah, right, well, okay. So I've still got like a decent clip of stables sitting aside, but I'm of the mind, and this is something that I've just like literally been gathering from a bunch of different places, where I'm like, I think that if we don't move like reasonably in like the next couple of weeks, then yeah, it's just going to be like a nice, long, steady, boring fucking period, essentially until something happens macro wise, where you're like, okay, cool, risk is back on the table. I think for a lot of people that looks like QE coming back in. And I think most estimates of that are like, you know, late Q2, Q3 kind of stuff. So you could just have chop solidation, like people buying fucking Portnoy tokens essentially for like the next 6 months, which is just pretty hellish to think about. But yeah, could be a good time to go touch grass. But that being said, like I'm still positioned in a way where and I'm just fucking terminally online. So I think that I'll be like ready to bid and or sell when things pick up. But at the moment, I would say, yeah, local top was a couple of weeks ago for a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Like I've got this. I got one of my full moon of theories coming this week, so I'm thinking 12th, 13th of Feb. I think we get a run, and I think seasonality sort of like lines up with that pretty well. So
I'd like that.
I think the little ignition in the like there was definitely a vibe shift today. I felt like today felt like a real vibe shift. I think with the BigBalls token and the BigBalls and the Portnoy thing. Just pull it up on the screen. So we had BigBalls. You know, what a serious industry that we are. And BigBalls and Jail Stool. You know, two great tokens,
long-term investments. Yeah.
That's why we're here, boys. But I really feel like that the current meta is like you stable in something completely, like you just fully stabled up, and then like you wait for one of these like quote unquote PVE runners, where like you something like happens on Twitter. And it's like a Portnoy or it's a Kanye or it's a fucking Elon Musk. It's like whatever event happens, and then like a token comes out about it, and then like it does nothing for a little bit, and then eventually like it goes for it. So like this BigBalls token like came out like when all of that shit happened like 2 days ago, and like sat there for forever, and then like all of a sudden just like takes off, and now it's like 26 sort of mil market cap. So like it just takes, I guess, the right people to sort of jump onto it. Because like I saw like when I woke up this morning, Ansem was like, this is like peanut mixed with fart coin. And then like
oh my god.
But wait, where's BigBalls? Is that on Base or Solana?
Solana. It was a pump fund coin.
Where the fuck can I find it on Dex Screener? Is it just balls? Is the token?
No, BigBalls. Like BigBalls. No space in between them. Just one word.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm spacing it. Okay.
You can't space it, bro. You can't space it. You know.
BigBalls. Fuck
what was the story? Did he get like fired or something? And
yeah. So like I think the story was like funny. There was a dude that was working for like the Department of Government Efficiency. And
he's
then,
like 19 or something.
Yeah, some like Washington Post reporter or New York Times reporter like dug into this person, found his like Anon account online, and he was posting like a bunch of racist shit, like something like Arthur-esque, where he was like, you know, something about Indians or something to that effect. Yeah. Hold on, I'm sharing screen still. But but yeah, like something to that effect. Then he got fired because of it, and then sort of the Twitter sphere like riled up a little bit, and Elon's like, should we bring him back? And then like JD Vance came in, and like all these people like, we should give people a second chance. We shouldn't write people off because of like whatever they post on their anon account. Like most of the time, people are fucking around, and then like became a little bit of a news story. Like I don't know if you've like been paying attention to politics at the moment, but like anything this administration's doing, it is like the biggest scandal of all time, and it's like this is a dictatorship about to like take force and all of this shit, and it's just like it's wild to see. But like because they put so much attention to it, like it's created like these like memes and narratives, and I feel like the going back to the original point, like with the meta, like this administration is going to give out so much good content in terms of like memes, and like if you're just sitting there ready to deploy, you're online enough and like really in the trenches and like deploy capital into these like mimetic moments that happen, like it's like a PVE type event each time, and it's kind of like Trump all over again, but it's like flavors of it, if you know what I mean.
It's like that infinite loop where it goes lower, lower the market cap, but it's still PVE. Like
the euthanasia roller coaster.
Yeah. It's like Portnoy, like probably went to 150, 200 or whatever, but still like can still make a lot of money off it. So
the trenches just need to heal a bit, I think. Like that was basically like Nagasaki, and then Melania was Hiroshima. Like, dude, I remember everyone. Dude, it really was this moment of like,
I might tweet that.
Trump was still ripping, and it was like, oh fuck yeah, this is sick. The president just launched a meme coin. Holy fuck, everyone can just bid this forever. And like, yeah, there was going to be some decent extraction, but I think it was just that like
Trump
when
was
Melania launched,
and Trump was Nagasaki, and Melania was Hiroshima.
I'm taking that. Sorry, Tom. I'm getting the engagement.
No. Go. This is a copyright-free zone. But like, fuck, dude. I remember when Melania launched, and I was just like, oh no, they're just gonna keep doing it. Like, this is just fuck. Like, this is not good.
I'm actually surprised that they like called it quits after Melania. Like, I actually thought they were gonna dilute it a bit more.
And then everyone was arguing over Baron coin, and this was when I was in like my fucking like girlfriend's like holiday little like fucking 60s beach shack thing, and I was just like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to the beach. I can't deal with this. And Martin Shkreli's getting in there being like, it's not the real token, and I was like, oh fuck. I'm gonna go for a swim. But yeah, that shit was brutal. I remember being really bullish when there was the Trump launch, just because I was like, fuck it, this is like, he's chosen Solana, 80%'s locked, like depending on how it plays out. But then it was just literally Trump team withdrawing, and then the Melania coin came, and I was like, fuck. And that just nuked everything on chain and the Trump coin, and then it extracted more. And I was like, oh, okay, this is not good.
Yeah, it's
now the Melania coin is when everyone realized, okay, this is pure crime.
This is just a grift. The other one's kind of a grift, but it could be a bullish grift.
But it's like so PVE to a point where like it's the literal president of the United States launching a fucking meme coin. Like it doesn't get any more like higher level than that. So it's like everyone just accepted, even though it was a grift, that's PVE. But then like when the dilution aspect came, Melania, and then everyone's probably thinking, oh no, they're gonna launch like 5 more of these.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit. I saw a Jeebus tweet that was so fucking funny. Let me find it. It just summed up everything perfectly. This is it. It was, grifters thought the world's grifting champion making grifting legal was going to help them. They didn't consider they'd lose to the king.
Oh Lord. Oh God.
Oh yeah, all right.
So all right. So next thing I think I wanted to talk about was like, obviously we mentioned the Portnoy shit, but like it's been like the Kanye crash out season this week. What do you guys think of that?
Man, he's a good poster. Holy shit.
Yeah,
he's incredible, man.
It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
minus the Nazi and like the real heinous shit. Like, I don't know. There's little gems in there that I'm like, damn, that's incredible. How does he whip these out? Like minute after minute. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Did you see
unleashed a real poster, man?
He deleted that one tweet where he was like, this is all a social experiment. I could finally tweet what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then like he deleted, he's like, fuck that, that sounds gay. And then he's like, I hate that I said social experiment. And he's just like perma online, this guy. Like, this is absolutely insane, the amount of shit that he's been tweeting. And like, I find that the funniest thing that that came out was like, everyone was like waiting for him to drop a coin, and then like took a screenshot of that person that like offered him, I'll pull it up here. Yeah, here it is. So it's like, he was proposed $2 million to scam my community. Those left of it, I said no and stopped working with their person who proposed it. 750k paid upfront to you, 1.25 million paid to you 16 hours after your post on X. Your post must stay up for 8 hours. It's a promotion of a fake yay currency. After 8 hours, you may post. My account was hacked. The post was not me. It's like, bruh.
Is that Sahil, whatever his name is?
Yeah, or something like it. It's crazy how it's like that's just like kind of lifted the lid. Like there was really no allusions to that meta, but the fact that that was posted, it's like, oh, okay, this is the playbook, and that's what's been happening with every single fucking celebrity that's launched a coin. It's like, oh, I was hacked. Surely that wouldn't stand. Like if you actually got the fucking like SEC and or like authorities involved, they'd be able to look at your login record with the IP and be like, oh, no one hacked you.
Trump's the president. The crime is legal now on chain.
True.
Yeah.
It was like Fred Krueger launching a fucking meme coin and being like, haha, I launched it. Don't buy it though. Actually, do buy it. It's gone up a lot.
Bro, I literally found it today and I couldn't believe because I like used
is
to
that the Nickelback guy?
No,
he's the that's
the Bitcoin Maxi.
Oh, okay.
Nickelback guy.
If Chad Kroger launches a meme coin, fuck yeah, I'll buy that.
I'll actually probably bid that.
I'd buy the Nickelback coin. Fuck, dude, we got to get Sahil in touch with Chad Kroger. Let's do that. Someone hit him up. No, Fred Krueger's like the real toxic Bitcoin maxi. It's like, ha, everything that isn't Bitcoin's a shitcoin, and it's all going to zero. And then he launches a fucking meme on Pump Fund, and he's like, lol, don't buy this coin. And then right after Trump did it.
Yeah, and then I looked at the like top traders, and like there was like 8 traders that made like 200k plus. But I was like, I'm like, bro, you are like the biggest laugh. Like you laughed for the past like however long that you're just on Bitcoin maxi everything else. Disgusting.
Oh god, man.
Yeah, legit.
There's been some crazy shit, man. Like, so like on the topic of like scam and like the crash out, like there's been the vape cabal shit, and I don't think we've really like touched on that in like previous episodes, but like it's really come to a head, I would say, over the like last couple of weeks. There's the Aiden Ross stream. I don't know if you guys saw the clip where he like he was basically like, so you're telling me like this shit with Solana like is early? He's like, you know, don't you remember when like celebrities were like shilling NFTs like last cycle and that was the top, and then like everyone in the room's like, nah bro, like it's just getting started. And I'm like, bro, he's like, what could be bigger than like the president launching a meme coin? Like it doesn't get any bigger. And he's like, everyone's like, nah bro, it's just getting started. And I was like, oh god,
it's really bad that the only answers they had were no, it's still early. I was like, do you want to elaborate why, boys, at all? It was like, no, it's just getting started. And he's like, well, what about that? And just the silence in the room and like watching Thread Guy kind of sit there with his hands together going like, It was so funny, man. Everyone's like, no, it's still early. And Thread Guy's sitting there going, oh, fuck. What if he's making a play?
With Aiden Ross, the streamer, is right. No, the funniest post was when Kanye, you know, did a post about, you know, crypto launching a token or whatever. And then FaZe Banks comment. Did you see that?
Oh my god,
not great.
Oh, that was like the most embarrassing cringe shit I've seen in so long. Oh.
It's the biggest wealth creation event in history, brother. What are you talking about?
I've got plenty of mutuals. Have a chat with me or something. Like,
bro,
he ain't chatting with your fucking D-grade ass, bro.
Like, do you know what it reminds me of? Like, it's not super original, but it was like, this whole period just reminds me of like when we topped like back in April, like April, May, and then like Ansem was like the celebrity guy. It's like now that Vape Cabal is like the Fucking,
They're the main ones. Yeah,
they're the main characters.
they're the new Anthem. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Anthem
it's
actually like retired for these
yeah,
guys to
yeah,
like
yeah.
take. I know it's like Frank is like leader of like P&Ls, and then all the rest of them are like his minions.
Bro.
Like, oh my god, it's so bad.
Like this is gonna sound really bad. This is gonna sound really bad, and please don't judge me for this. But like, I miss when like Do Kwon and SBF and like Sam Trabuco and all of these guys were like the main characters. Like at least like despite how evil they were, I could respect them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they were like native enough to the point where I like was like, I respect your game. Like,
yeah. It's like,
and like
you're a fuckhead and I hate you, but I respect you because like, you know, I don't respect you in the sense that like I like you. I just like at least you were clever enough and smart enough and like you had something about you or an aura about you that was like respectable. That was enough to convince a whole bunch of people to buy whatever like you were
like your
shilling.
Ponzi.
Well, they tried to build companies and shit. Like, and I think even with Do Kwon, like it was so dumb, but he really thought that he had the mechanism figured out. Like, I'm sure he was like high on his own fucking supply, but I'm sure he believed that he was offering 20%, like unbreakable 20% yields, even though, you know, he was fronting the yield.
Right.
He was like, well, I just got to get the Ponzi loop to work. Like, I believe in it. But now it's literally just like streamers being like, haha, buy Digcoin. And you're like, okay.
Like even SBF to a degree, like I actually think that SBF believed that he was going to be fine. You know, like I actually think
but he was already so good at like not manipulating, sort of manipulating markets, because of, like he first started doing the arbitrage. So like he already probably thought like, I found so many inefficiencies to the point where I can literally
100% like
scam people, and I'm good at it.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
well, that guy was loaded to the gills on Adderall to the point where I don't think, like, he probably thought that he was invincible and that he was like seeing through the eye of God, and he was just like, dude, like, I'm gonna figure it out.
He was like
he just basically like
or something.
Yeah,
like, he ran the Tether playbook of like doing a bunch of dodge shit, but he just got caught in the middle of it.
Yeah,
100%.
He didn't make it out. Like he covered it up long enough, and no one dropped a report. Maybe it would have been the case that he could have made it whole and been like, oh, sweet. Anyway,
100%.
And they would have done like a fucking NY like Attorney General report, like investigation into him like a year later, and been like, holy shit, they were missing $4 billion at one point, and he'd be like, well. Anyway, and they'd probably get banned or some shit, but he'd still be cooking. But that's not what happened. I'm not excusing it. Like, it's not good, but it's like, I think that was very much like the plan of like, we'll just keep losing money on trades and we'll cover it up.
We'll eventually make it back, right? It's like, but at least like they were like for all of the fucked up shit that they did, it's like at least they were somewhat like smart, like they just fucked up, right? And they fucked up badly.
And with current price action, SBF would have made it if he'd lived 6 months more.
6 months more, he would have been
fine, dude.
Yeah.
Probably would have been sweet.
Exactly. Where it's like this current like suite of like main characters is just like so cringe, and like it makes me feel like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like I don't relate to it as much as like I did before.
Well, to be fair, I respect Thread Guy. I like Thread Guy. I think he's done a pretty good job on a lot of his stuff. And that's probably a controversial opinion, but I think Thread Guy, like I don't know, there's a bit of like shilling and all that kind of stuff, but for the most part, he actually has people on. He's not my style. He's not my style, but his stream, he has fucking good people on. He asks some good questions. It's to a different audience. Like it's not, I'm not the audience, but I like what Thread Guy does for the most part. And I think he's done pretty well, but,
Thread Guy is probably the probably I would agree with that. Like I remember him from like the NFT cycle like last time.
Dude, he's been around for fucking ages, and he ground up a fucking huge stack from nothing, and I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah,
respect.
He was native enough. Whereas like I feel like Frank D Gods, I've just never been a fan of. Like from day one.
Dude. Even just the D Gods NFTs, ever since day one, I'm like, no, this
retard, like immature, just like
and him
looks like he's stoned 24/7.
Rasma is the one that really shits me the most.
No, Rasma is like, I actually like get angry when I read his like I don't know if he does it like he rage baits me or something, but like like he's really good at it, or
He's
if
so
he's just
good at it.
actually retarded.
If
But
he
like
if
he's
he's
just
like
actually angers me, and like no one angers me because I'm like super low
Yeah, dude.
neuroticism. But like he actually angers me.
okay, Shay.
Dude,
Okay,
it actually gets me though. Like, and I'm aware that it's probably like he's playing the game, but fuck, dude, he puts
Yeah.
out tweets where I'm just like, oh, if I retweet this with a snide response, he wins. If I retweet this with a snide response, he wins. But
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kanye's definitely launching a coin on base, and it's just like takes all your energy to not just be like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. You know, just like, oh,
please, please
stand up from the computer, just
yeah.
fucking hell, flip shit off the desk. Fuck.
For
Anyway.
real. For real.
But he's killing it, so fuck it.
Like good on him
GGs.
though. Like he came out with like a format like that. Obviously, like majority of like
The
CG
choose
people,
the tokens.
yeah, like the
live
choose.
streaming?
That was like, to be
That's
fair,
funny,
that was
man.
actually funny.
Yeah.
I
That's
found
good.
that quite funny. But like everything else he does, I hate.
Yeah. Like I think like to be fair on them all, like they've adapted to like the content meta that like really gets the most engagement. And then like had it not been for them, like maybe you wouldn't get a lot of the people that come into the space. So like I definitely think like that's like the next like rational evolution of it all. But it's kind of like you know, and like when you have like a musician that like you really like and he's really unknown, and then like you're like, fuck yeah, I love this guy's music. And then like you try and tell your friends, and like no one really is like that interested into it. And then all of a sudden they have like a hit song, and then like everyone loves this artist, and you're like, man, I was trying to show you this guy, but like you didn't like it when I showed it, but like now you like it. Well, like that's kind of like crypto, where it's like crypto was like this thing that like you're trying to like bring people into, and it's like it just wasn't in the digestible format that like people wanted to accept it in. Whereas like these guys are like delivering it to the audience in a way that they want to sort of accept it and like maybe find it rational. And like that's why they're getting people like Aiden Ross and like all these top streamers like into it. And it's like,
well, it's to the Zoomer crowd.
Exactly.
It's to like the generation below that are just kind of a bit more, I would say, like they've grown up with like a slightly different and like different internet culture as well, of just like their fucking algo is like, different to mine, man. Because I look at that shit and I'm like, oh, I'm not watching that. But there's fuckloads of people that are like, yo, that's my jam. And I'm like, all right,
100%.
Cool.
Yeah,
100%.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, they're appealing to the Luke Balmer crowds of the world and stuff like that. But
Balmer, holy fuck, that guy, holy shit. He's just like, I sometimes see clips and I'm like, oh no, what?
He has like a huge meme going around now of
the parody.
Yeah, the Johnny Walker Tristan Tate meme. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, just when you got time, type it up. It's
wait, send it to me and I'll post it up.
It's just the same. Every time I see a video, it's just that same thing of like, there was that fucking hilarious thing that did the rounds of this like 13-year-old kid being like, whenever I'm eating at a restaurant, I like to think about owning the restaurant because that's the way to get rich. You don't get rich eating at the restaurant. You get rich by owning the restaurant because that people come in and they buy food from you. And it's like that. It's that like real, like fucking.
I'll send you the video. I can't find it on Twitter, but it's like all over TikTok. But I'll send you the like actual video so you can watch it.
See, I don't have TikTok. This is why I miss out on shit, man.
This is why you're missing out on generational wealth, bro.
I'm fucking unk.
Johnny Walker meme. Here we go.
I'm unk, bro. I don't have TikTok.
I'll send it to fucking. Yeah, I'll send it in here.
Sick.
In Melbourne. In the Brotato.
But yeah, crash out season. I still think it's a good. Going back to what I said before about like stabling up, I still think it's a good time to be like adding to shit that you actually believe in. I think like if you are going to think of, I don't know, small amounts that you're happy with. I've written some things down to zero, which is probably a portfolio management issue on my end. Like taking the idea of being like, oh fuck it, I'll write it down to zero. It's probably not the right mentality to have, but I'm also like, I think this is good tech, or I think this is useful. That's led to like really, really poor decisions, but it's also led to like really, really good ones in the past. And that's been like the last 2 months. But you know, you'll kind of find out whether you're right or wrong in like the next, call it like a month. You know, if it's still, if it's just dwindled to zero in like another fortnight, you can be like, okay,
yeah,
all right,
for sure.
Good point.
Probably next topic I sort of wanted to talk about was like upcoming metas or like things that like could be the play or like could be the move. Is that like the meme? Could be the move.
Could be the move.
That like these like this is like gonna be semi bag shilling of my part, but this is
Hell yeah.
but I'm not trying to shill bags.
This is the Oz Dari cabal. Let's go. We gotta pump some shit.
Nah.
We just spent the time ragging on fucking LA Vape cabal. It's just because we can't shill coins like they can. Let's fucking pump our bags.
Exactly.
Come on, guys.
We're just haters at this point.
Legit.
My girlfriend ordered fucking Uber Eats of delivery of actual alcoholic Great Northerns. I thought she was ordering food when the dude just arrived, and she just drops a beer on my table. What a fucking legend.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you. I love you.
Fucking A.
What a legend. I've still got this beer I need to finish though, the zero alcohol one. But yeah, anyway, so what I was gonna get at, and like shout out to Jellysmith Rave for actually putting me onto like this sort of discussion, because like him and I were talking about it like after the pod that we did with him. But like, so one of the things that like I think and like the events that have happened over the last few weeks is just kind of like really cemented this. But I think the next meta is a PVE meta. And it's not the PVE like that we're currently in, where it's like you stable up and you ape into the coin of the day. PVE. It's when like you buying an app or a protocol or whatever that has some sort of like ohm like thing, where it's like, you know, with ohm it was like the 3-3, like you don't buy, you don't sell, you know, you just hold. Whereas like, you know, pump fun has been like the main extractor of like this cycle. And like pump fun, there's like some rumors going around today, the last couple of hours, of them like releasing a token. So it's like all of these things that have been like killing the space, which is like this infinite supply of tokens, etc., has been around. You know, like they've been generating all this revenue. They launch a coin, the coin gets like bonded, the liquidity pool gets burnt, so there's like no fees for like any of the people that participated in bonding or anything like that. And it's like the only people that win are the people that were the earliest to the coin. And so like I think there's a couple of coins that are out there right now that are semi PVE, like for anyone, and one of them's Hyperliquid, which is, you know, we've spoken about previously in other episodes. But like I think Hyperliquid as like a PVE coin makes a lot of sense, because Hyperliquid, obviously with all of the fees generated from trading and everyone that's like losing money trading perps, all of those fees then go back to like buying the token. And I think like the lack of scamminess from like Hyperliquid, the team and all of that with their token has been like really positive. And so like I think that's a huge part of why like the token's like done so well recently, because it's like, what are you going to bid like in this current market? Like you've got you know, all of these tokens, all of these like high FDV, low float shit, or you've got these meme coins that are all like bundled, or like they've got some sort of like cabal behind them that have like a shit ton of bag holders, or like people that were early enough. It's like it's really hard to get these coins to actually pump, whereas like Hyperliquid offers like the opportunity for someone to buy into, you know, the exchange essentially, and like it's a fee generating machine. And more people, I would say, have probably been moving to perps rather than like on-chain trading over the last like few weeks. I don't know if you guys have noticed that at all, but like I think that like that sort of like narrative could really take hold. It's like, hey, why don't I just buy the picks and shovels of the machine of like the what everyone's playing right now, being in the perp sphere. And then the other one that I like is GoFundMe. GFM, which is like pump fun, but like it has a token, and the 100% of the revenue of the platform goes to the token holders. So every like coin launch, etc., goes to it. And if you participate in the coin launch, then all of the fees that get generated from the liquidity pool like come to you relative to how much you participated in the coin launch. So I think like that whole narrative will really take place because there's so much shit around like pump fund and how much they're extracting and all of these sorts of things. And I think like there's so much room for that to grow. In like when people are actually making apps that are good for the people. I think we've got so much infrastructure now. It's like, why not like actually create stuff that like could actually make money for people that are investing in it? And historically, that was a bad argument because we didn't have the regulatory clarity around it. Whereas like now we've got like the Trump admin, etc. There's a lot more like freedom for teams to like take risks in this space. And I think that that's going to sort of like lead the next wave. But I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I personally know Shilio hold both of those as well, and I I have like a theory that like Pump Fun is just going to be exactly the same as OpenSea was for what they did in the NFT bull market, and Pump Fun for what they did in the meme coin supercycle bull market, where the like OpenSea, if you go back, made like so much money like during the actual mania, like they made it like hundreds of millions of dollars, and then they sort of just faded into irrelevancy. Once you know they were just better, more effective and efficient, and quite frankly, like Blur did do more. How do I explain this?
Volume?
More stuff for users, yeah,
Yeah,
volume, and like more things for users, like more incentives to actually use the platform. Like, you know, you use it and you could farm, you know, the native token, which like a lot of people got big airdrops for, and um there was other incentives, you know, while that was going on. So um yeah, it seems very similar to me in a sense that I think Pump Fun was the first, and eventually, like now, with all the, as you said, all the, you know, tech that we're building now, with all these new platforms that are coming, and there will be some competitors, and I think today's news on, you know, Pump Fun, I mean, to put it quite frankly, doing a big extraction event, to sort of round off how annoyed people are with the platform, and I think that'll bring life to a lot of competitors. At least hopefully the one that I'm in. Um, so I'm betting on GoFundMe for to be like the main Pump Fun competitor and to do like a better job at, you know,
Hmm.
doing stuff for individuals that actually speculate on this stuff. And yeah, and Hype, obviously, Hype is like one of the alts where unless something like drastically changes and Jeff like somehow crashes out, I can't see, like I could see myself holding Hype for like a long time. But
Hype reminds me of FTX. I don't know if you.
yeah, it's got that level of minor PVE, and I don't and I think a lot of people are a bit scared of Hype just because of a lot of like big accounts and main characters sort of shilling it, but um you know, I've sort of like learned to like kind of forget about that stuff. Like obviously there is certain metrics that you can read where it's like you're never going to buy that because like, you know, stuff like Train tier, like high FTV, low float, but I've sort of like learned to like fade a lot of other indicators and just like actually focus on the fundamentals, because like I was like mid curving a lot of coins. Like I remember I mid curved XRP, the whole of CT mid curved XRP. There's just so many things that like you could look at indicators and you could still be just like completely wrong. So like I just like look at the actual fundamentals of the platform. Like, is it growing? are people, you know, using it just for perps, or are people using it for spot trading? Like spot trading platforms actually growing really fast, and that's like their main growth, and which is like really good because, you know, there's obviously they control like 70% of the perps market on chain, but you know, the spot market is still pretty new for them, and that's growing pretty quick. So no, it's good to see.
Just
And
wish it would
yeah, I
grow
think
for my coins, but
same, bro. But yeah, I think the fact they're doing, you know, $2-3 million of buybacks a day, and I know that's like not a good, you know, oh, buy and burn metrics are like terrible or whatever, but yeah, the fact that they're making so much money
yeah,
is it's bullish. I'm bullish on. I'll happily buy more, and you know, I might look like an idiot if it keeps going low, but I'll buy more. You know, like between, you know, $15 and $18 if it gives me the chance. But aside from that, I'm holding.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that okay. So I'd say that with the GoFundMe thing, I think it's got really, really good narrative in that, yeah,
Especially
pushing
after
against
today.
pump.fun as like a thing of being like, hey, let's make the trenches more fucking equitable and actually create a product that like keeps Sol in the trenches. I think that's a fucking very, very good sales pitch based on how much fucking everyone seems to hate pump.fun. But I would say with pump.fun, they get a lot of shit, but I'm like, I'm not going to come out and defend and say that they haven't. I'm putting together like a big old piece. I'm actually writing it and dropping it tomorrow. It's called Pump Fun and the End of Tokens, and I'm doing it on NGMI.
Nice.
So I'm like adding up. Essentially, I'm trying to do my best. It's really fucking hard, but just looking at graduated tokens and ungraduated tokens, and looking at how much Sol gets locked up compared to
it's
their
like
revenue.
an effective burn sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's basically like a giant fucking burn. And you can argue like, oh, that would have been better utilized, but it's like they're taking out that much Sol out of the supply. But they've essentially they've taken out less than they've locked, put it that way. And also, I don't know, I'm just like, oh, it's extractive. I'm like, bro, they charge like a 1% fee. Phantom charges a fucking 1% fee.
Phantom,
like
Phantom's fucked.
Yeah, but I'm like, but they don't get shit of like, oh,
yeah,
but
that's
it's
true. That's true.
And I'm like, guys, they created a fucking product that everyone wants to use. They didn't hold a gun to anyone's head and said,
It's
buy
true.
fucking shit coins. And I've seen like a bunch of people come out and be like, man, it's a, like to quote Travis Kling, a true poison to the ecosystem, enabling, exploiting, and perpetuating the most nihilistic aspects of crypto. It's like, bro, it's a fucking launch pad that lets people launch tokens cheap. Like,
look, it is way better than what we had before, no doubt. It is 1,000% better than what we had before, in the sense that, like, before it was like gate kept by devs, right? It was like, it was like you had to you had to have enough money to be able to launch it.
You have to have a couple grand
because like launching a token on like on a chain was expensive. Because you needed to, one, supply the liquidity pool, and two, you needed to pay the fees required to launch the token. So it was expensive. So like definitely it solved that problem. And then like in order to launch the token, you needed to know how to code. And so like you could have the greatest idea, but like if you didn't have the capital or the know-how, then like it was really gate kept behind a small group of people. And then like if you knew a dev, then like you were better off than anyone else that didn't. And like you could have had the best idea, but like if someone you know, had some coding experience, then like those people could do really well and extract the most out. So from that perspective, like it is way better than it ever was before. But unfortunately, like if you've got like this pool of capital that is like within all of these ecosystems, it sloshes around and it gets fed into a wider surface area than it does than.
Oh fuck yeah! Like I definitely like. I think it changed. Like, but again, like I just don't think you can pin them with. It's like, well, the market itself killed memes. Like they got a product and then they went too ham on it. It's just like, okay, well, people did this.
Yeah.
So it's like I just find it funny, like the moral parading of like, oh, I can't believe they did this. It's like, but they created a good product. It's like, okay,
I think you can argue that like early pump fund days were like amazing because
that was amazing, dude.
Like
buy shit,
even like the first like
dude.
3-4 months, like 5 months even, like all the tokens that we used to bid, like it was fine. Like the dilution, there was dilution, but like it wasn't to the extreme. But then as the trenches became more and more efficient, when insiders VCs sort of came in after their bags became shit, it just as everything in life, just becomes like way more efficient at some point. And it got to a point where like literally everyone knows about pump fun at this point.
Yep.
Like normies I see normies on TikTok streaming, we're gonna bond. So it's like gone to a point where it's just like it's so efficient, the market now.
Yeah.
Like it's
And you also got people whipping up bots and shit to like essentially create like you have 30 wallets that all own a small amount, and like they gamed the system. It was like it's only a matter of time. It's a race to the bottom until people figure out how to like really effectively grift with it. And that's not to say that people didn't fucking effectively grift with it. It's like they did it as a way of getting rid of like launching a coin with code where you can hide the initial supply, but people can hide their supply, not perfectly, but to the average person going onto pump.fun and buying a fucking coin, people have ways of bundling it and being like, all right, cool, I don't own these. And it's like, haha, sucked in. And just fucking spraying the chain with like 1 billion tokens isn't great either.
Yeah.
What's the updated number? I'm on the Dune dashboard now. Yeah, 38 million tokens now exist.
Wild. That's wild.
And 29 million of those are on Solana. So, yeah.
I think all it's sort of saying is like this a need or like a narrative that's like going to be there, and it's more like
yes,
how like what drives the space into a point where like people are willing to allocate capital again. And it's kind of like, well, the last 12 months or 18 months has been like the financial nihilism narrative. So it's like we've gone from like, we want to invest in tech and eventually we worked out that we're getting fucked over because people got such early entries and blah, blah, blah. And then we swung the other way by going, we want to do this financial nihilism stuff because like fucking everything's a scam, so we may as well launch scams. But then we sort of realized that like even amongst the memes, there was ways to game them with the bundles and all of that. So it's like, where on the pendulum does it swing next, and is it somewhere down the middle? Because it's like we've got all this great application infrastructure now. We've got all this great like L1, L2 infrastructure now. So it's like, what's the next sort of like the next push to sort of like say, right, this is what's good for crypto, and in a sense that it actually drums enough narrative for people to want to spend money on it again. Because like as we mentioned earlier, the current sort of meta is sit in stables and wait for the PVE runner of the day. So it's like how can the person that's not in the trenches 24/7 buy the S&P 500 of crypto that's not Bitcoin, if you know what I mean? Because at the moment it's like if you're not buying Bitcoin, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So, but and that'll probably still be the case for a long time. Not gonna lie. I think that like there's not a lot compelling outside of Bitcoin, for the most part. But I feel like there's a lot of great stuff. But it's just like anything that's good doesn't necessarily have a good token. So you have great platforms, great apps, but not good tokens. That's the hard part.
Well, most of the good products, I mean, Hyperliquid did a really fair launch, but before that, the two other most innovative products, Pump Fun and probably Polymark. Yeah. They didn't have a token. They don't have tokens at the moment. That'll be short-lived for our Pump Fun, but yeah.
I think what shits me off with Pump Fun currently is like if the rumors are true that they're going to do like
this is what I'm pissed off about today. I don't care about them extracting. Like I knew they were going to market sell all that coal anyway. It's what they're doing right today that pissed me off.
Yeah, I think the what's it called, the fact that they would like, if the rumors are true, if they're going to do a Dutch auction for like their token sale,
that's crazy.
That would be pretty powerful.
And I had to read Dutch auction.
Elon's saying that like none of it's correct info, but like don't know.
Yeah, well,
maybe he's
I could bring up a certain NFT collection that said that before they launched their thing.
You hear that, abstract chain? We want fucking streamer privileges now.
Anyway,
Lol.
anyway.
looks like our application's not getting accepted. Sorry, guys.
Um,
I'm sorry, everyone.
Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity still for this space to do some really good shit. It's just we need to kind of like swing back into the middle. I feel like we've played both sides now. So it's just like, all right, what's the actual shit that we're trying to achieve here? Obviously, like making money is like the main part, but you know, I feel like there is we need to come back to some sort of equilibrium at some point.
Yeah.
No, good point.
Yeah.
I think there's so much good shit in this space. It's you know, you look around at 99% crime, but there is a lot of, you know, good stuff like Hype, like BTC, and there's like really good products that are being built.
Like even Solana, man. Like Solana and
Yeah, like
Phantom.
Solana, Phantom,
All of it's
Polymark, like these are all like really fucking good
great
products that like
products.
yeah, that like actually speed up, you know.
Okay.
It speeds up heaps of shit. Like
I've got a real life example, right? So I sold my stocks the other day. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So I took some actual profits. So I sold my Robinhood and I sold my Coinbase shares that I'd had for a while. And I managed to time them like relatively well, except for Robinhood, because Robinhood's just kept going up. So fuck you. But anyway, so I sold them and I wanted to withdraw the money. So I withdrew the money. I put in my BSB and all of that. And then I've been waiting for my money for like all week to get my money. and then it turns out they sent me an email that got buried within my emails, and they were like, "So we just need you to send a screenshot of your of your account and everything. And if you are leaving us, then please tell us why." I'm like, "Bro, just fucking give me my money."
My money, I know.
Yeah.
I was like if this was crypto,
It's not
like,
yours. Yeah, I know.
yeah. So I'm like, and I've sent
This is
them.
why people.
I sent them the screenshots. I sent them everything. And I did that like 2 days ago, and I'm still got nothing from them. I'm like, all right.
Internet capital markets.
It's cooked, bro. It's cooked. So it's like,
No.
like, and I respect the fact that like, okay, you know, you want to protect users from like scams. So it's like if someone hacked my account and said we're gonna withdraw everything and I'm gonna send it to my account,
But the process is so slow.
But like the only reason why they're even checking with me in the first place is because like shit, like hardware wallets don't exist in like real world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and it's a lot of, trust me, it's like over 10 grand over like a certain amount of money. They like, it's just like so innate for them to do these responses. And it's like 10 grand is like nothing anymore. Like, but they still have these like weird like rules and regulations in place for like, and yeah, as you said, I know they're doing it for that, but that's not an excuse. Like, okay, you didn't see the email for 2 days, you send it. Why didn't they send you an email back like a couple of hours later to confirm it? Like, why is this whole Tradfi process so slow?
yeah,
And like so delayed? 2 day wait to, you know, you sell your stocks, you gotta wait 2 days for the money to, you know, come into your account. Then you can withdraw it. And it's like, it's just like, bro, I can move money on chain, you know, at the speed of light. Like I can move money into, you know, US dollars, speed of light. Like I can move it to somewhere else in the world, speed of light. Like, and it's in my wallet, and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it all the time. And it's like,
exactly.
that's the difference. It's like you can do all this stuff. You don't have to wait days. You don't have to wait like for, you know, all these regulatory fucking, you know, got to send your fucking bank, because I had to do the exact same thing.
And you know
like,
how many like middlemen are involved in it too. It's crazy.
oh
yeah.
It's like all these middlemen that you're paying. It's like you could make a financial system so efficient with like 95% less of the workers, costs down, and just like these TradFi boomers, they just can't.
Yeah.
We've got to wait for them to die off.
Yeah, for sure.
till
So
till we can fix it to make it more efficient.
we got some questions from the chat here. So we got top TFT streamer. I think it's Jelly Dowsey. If it is, then give us a thumbs up or
He's
something.
deep in the trenches.
He is good, but he says,
Good man.
do you think the narrative of tokenizing everything is relevant?
Huh.
What do you mean everything? Do you mean like every like thing becomes a meme coin, or tokenizing like
so, like,
world assets?
Yeah, it could be like.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know what he meant by that.
it's,
Like tokenizing attention of like there's a fucking
Yeah, that's what I
Trump
thought.
says something
Or
like
did he mean
fucking
like real
assassination
world
and
tokenization?
it could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's either that, and it's probably like real world asset type stuff as well, like stocks, etc. Like you do start diluting. Like we're complaining about pump fund like creating too many tokens, but can you imagine like when everything's like on chain? Like the amount of things that you could bid like from like a one-stop shop would be pretty insane.
Yeah, it would be like actually tokenizing stocks and having like the fucking if you could spin up like a wormhole to the stock market but have it on fucking
So if you
whatchamacallit.
I don't think you were here during FTX period, were you, Tom?
Not properly, no. I came in after.
Yeah, so back during that time, FTX used to actually have tokens that represented stocks. So they had like Tesla token and a bunch of
Didn't
other.
they like add that just before the like?
No. This was like
They had
early.
that for a while.
This was early on. So like you could go on like chain and like buy these like tokenized versions of stocks.
They had one for GameStop, and I had one about how people were doing like naked shorting and covered calls on it on FTX.
Yeah. So like you used to be able to do that. That because they had perps for everything, but they actually had tokens for stuff too. Which is like one of the reasons I got like super bullish around stuff. But it was like I don't know how legal that was at the time, but
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So he said that nearly every major news event has an influx of coins. Think of Trump assassination. Like how many coins? Because if that is like
that was fucking hilarious.
Of like meme coin super cycle tokenizing things. Like it would be cool if like I think the hardest part of like the tokenization of everything is like if you like an event happens, right? Let's say Trump's almost assassinated, or like BigBalls or whatever. The problem that I have with it in the current form is that like there is so many versions of it, so it's like which one do you buy? Do you know what I mean? It's like you could bet on like the virality of the idea, but it's like if you launch if you bought the coin that you saw first and then Ansem comes out later, it says, hey, I've seen this coin, isn't this cool? And then
everyone cabals that one,
and then they all cabal the other one, the one that you didn't buy.
That happened to me, bro. Literally happened to me, like with Neuro. Ansem, like it's already happened. Like, so this is why I can't bid like these attention plays anymore, and I don't bid them because
buying a lot.
And then Ansem went into a spaces, and he was like in the cabal Neuro. He's like, oh, this one, and then everyone got pissed off at him because like obviously the organic Neuro, like ran up whatever, and then died because Ansem, and then he's like, oh, I didn't know, and it's like but causes this like big like fuckery with like there's like 20 different of the same token, and the same thing happened today with BigBalls. Like there's one on ETH as well, like they called a big bid as well. So it's like yeah, all right, you could be like early to one of them, but like you could be early to the idea, but like if you fuck up the execution because you buy the wrong token, it's like doesn't mean shit. So it's like there's all these variables that it makes it very difficult to like consistently win unless you're an insider on these coins.
Yeah. But yeah, like I definitely think like it's a negative to a degree, because it just creates like but like it's a negative provided that we don't have more people. You know what I mean? If you have like the current like amount of people that are playing in the same field or the same like
what do you mean there's not more people bringing more capital in?
Yeah, exactly. So like if you're in a stadium and like you're playing a game and it's like you've only got like the 100 people that's in the stadium, then like you got more like the decisions that like those people make, like you've got to get a lot of consensus amongst those people. But like if the amount of people that come into the space is bigger, then it's not as big of an issue because like, if you've got two sides of the equation, you've got like a supply and demand side. If you've got more supply, but then you have an equal amount of demand, then it's not as big of a deal. But if you're creating more supply but your demand remains flat, then it's shit, which is obviously what's been happening. So I think that's probably the the biggest issue with it all. It's like we're creating way much more supply than we've ever had, and it's so easy to do so, but we're not getting the inflow of new users isn't the same.
I think I saw a good tweet by Base16Z where he was like, when the AI meta was really popping off, and everything, the valuations were going really high. He was saying, capital has definitely like increased in the past, 1 to 2 months in the Solana trenches, but so has like the tokens.
Yeah.
So like in some form, it doesn't like actually make everything go up at once. You will never have that because just an infinite amount of tokens, like whatever the meta is, yeah, those tokens will go up. The other ones won't though, probably. So like the old ones won't, or like the other meta won't. Like it's just like, yeah, it's kind of an infinite loop. Not like the 2021 old season where, everything went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 3 fucking coins to buy. You had 3
That's
meme
the
coins to
thing.
buy in like 2021. Now you got
Well, that's
let's call it like competition between like, I don't know, 50 to 100 decent sized potential big ones like in the early days. And it's like that fucking tribalism and fighting across those different chains of like which one's going to be the one. So yeah, instead of having like 3, we're like, okay, cool, buy fucking Dogecoin.
yeah.
But that's obviously hindsight bias of like, oh, well, now we know Dogecoin went to 80 bill. But yeah, if you just look at it total
That's the
3 market
reason
cap
why
wise, let's say
they
you have
can't go to
100
like
coins,
44.
you need like 33 times more capital to send a whiff to like
Yeah.
80 bill.
Yeah.
Like you need literally 30 times the amount of fucking capital that you had in 2021 at peak to make shit move like that.
Exactly.
If you have 100 tokens instead of 3.
Yeah.
And you want your front runner to reach Doge levels and surpass Doge, and that's not even including the capital dilution that you'd have from Dogecoin, SHIB, and Floki now. So it's like, yeah.
I think
Even if it's 10,
I think that's
yeah,
like why like the exchange listings is still like a sought after thing, because if you think about like if your coin is on an exchange, like the average retail user is not going on chain, right? So like
yep,
if they're going on an exchange, they've only got a smaller list for like tokens that they can like choose to bid, and then like they'll just see like the top tokens that are like pumping on the day, and they're like, oh, what's this thing? Oh, that's that meme that I saw on TikTok. Oh, okay, that's cool. So then like it pumps. Whereas like, if you're an on-chain person, like almost every meme ever is available to you all the time. So like it's a lot harder
I think,
to bid.
yeah, I think someone did a really good tweet recently, and it said like if your coin is, for 500, 600, whatever it is, million, on a DEX, it's like at this point you're like almost basically betting on a centralized exchange listing, like for potential upside at some point. And like obviously that's not like every coin because like a lot of them go higher, but a vast majority like that you want, to get that extra juice of like a 3, 4, 5x or whatever from there. It's like you need something big like like a Coinbase listing or something. It's not gonna go higher without that. And I think like with the dilution, it's like at this point of the cycle, it's actually like a lot easier to like value them if they get high enough. Whereas early in the cycle, it was hard because like I had no idea when like Whiff would top out or when Popcat would top out. Like early days when they were like pumping, especially Whiff like early in like March, April, whenever it was going like $3, $4. But like now it's like way more obvious. After Trump, after Pepe, whatever Pepe's previous all-time highs, like Fartcoin, Popcat, Whiff, all these coins, like it's a bit easier to like value stuff as opposed to what it used to be, just based off the dilution. But Yeah, it's just another reason why we can't get to Shiba levels, because there's just too many options. Like it's like imagine all these options and just imagine there was only like Pepe with Popcat, like that they would have sent so much higher. But it feels like 2021, but it's not. It's 2021. It was Doge, freaking Sheep, Floki. Yeah, that's about it.
And you've just got competitor potential at any point in time of like something can just come along and suck
Exactly
liquidity. Like
right.
anyone can launch a
Anything,
new
like-
vertical at any point in time. Like fucking chill guy. You can just
Yeah, well, today, poor Dave, like he did
Yeah.
like 200 mil volume, like that would have sucked the liquidity out of everything.
Yep.
A bunch of coins it would have taken
like-
some money out of.
Farcoin just shows up out of nowhere and fucking like just turbo sends as like the front runner of the new trade. And it's like unless you're in that, like GL. So it's just kind of like a hot ball of money. I saw a really good tweet from Geordie Alexander, steady lads, hell yeah. Basically just saying like alt season. I think that was our next thing that we wanted to chat about anyway, like
Yeah.
alt season.
Alt season?
Which is kind of what we're shitting on. Alt season soon, guys. Don't worry, it's coming. Trust me. All my utility and governance coins that are total dog shit are definitely gonna 100x. Don't worry. Someone will buy my bags from me at higher prices. But yeah, the most recent one that he put out, I think you could share it on screen. One, it's pretty sweet. It's just like stop asking when alt season. Just dumb pockets of liquidity moving around. Like essentially treat it like people are going to shove their paychecks into the market. It's not going to be this big. Oh my god, the institutions are buying fucking Uniswap coin again because they don't know what it is, etc.
Here it is.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's 100% right on the 4-year BTC cycle, but I think
I was a little bit
skeptical about that.
Yeah,
Well.
but I think that when
that's a
alt
recency
season was
bias thing.
great, but the 4-year BTC cycle, I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
That's a recency bias thing, I think.
Yeah, like I do agree in the sense that like
I agree with his alt thesis.
Okay, so his rationale behind it, and I'm like I may have said this earlier on a pod like a year ago, but like it with the BTC like 4-year cycle thing, one of the biggest drivers behind it has just been like the emission rate from BTC like on each halving has been a huge change, right? It's like whereas now the emission rate like on each halving is so much smaller that like it's not really that big of an effect in terms of like how much the miners are making versus like the relative supply, because like we've already got like 20 million coins, right? So it's like originally each time that it halved it was a huge deal, whereas now it's kind of like over time that 4-year cycle becomes, and like unless Bitcoin's worth a lot more then it's less of an issue. So like I agree in a sense, but like I still think that he's probably wrong on this cycle at least. Because I think what's kind of happening now, like you said, sticks is like a recency bias thing where it's like, oh yeah, the 4-year cycle's over. And it's like, yeah, it's the top now, and then we swing the other way, and then like it'll be October, like when like the quote unquote top is like meant to happen.
Yeah, that's
and then,
what I think.
And then like everyone will be like, oh no, it's super cycle. The cycles don't
Everyone
matter.
will capitulate into BTC in November 2026 when. Yeah, my theory is like BTC, the same thing is gonna happen. Like I feel like I don't know what the narrative will be. It'll probably be a new alts narrative by the time we fucking get to October, November. But there'll be that, and a lot of people will make money, like 7 figures, either round trip it or whatever. And BTC, there'll be another like flush like the one we had the other day, but BTC won't really flinch that much. And everyone, I think, will just be so sick of fucking getting rinsed on alts, and they'll full port BTC, and that's
100%, yeah.
That's when like BTC will actually, top for real.
Yeah,
the cycle.
Every cycle
retread.
has like
It's the same, bro.
A new catalyst.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's always like some new thing. Oh yeah, but Bitcoin didn't have this last time. Like top TFG streamer, shout out top TFG streamer. He said this cycle had different catalysts, like new all-time high before halving and ETFs, which is all very true, right?
But every cycle has different like little bits that are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like every cycle has little bits
and I think it's those little differences that make it each time feel different. So then therefore it convinces you enough that hey, this time is different, and then by the time like everything like comes to be, it's kind of like, well, it was all the same. So it's like you swing far to the left, you swing far to the right, and then eventually you swing back to the middle, and then it all like kind of happens the same again.
Like people are saying this cycle's just been shit and everything. Like, you know, last cycle, you know, there was apes. You could buy an ape and it was worth like a house or whatever. And it's like, well, yeah, you could buy an ape that was worth a house, but like, you know, top wallets on like the top meme coins were worth like
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
20 million,
100%.
bro. Like what's so different? Like there was
Yeah.
people with like, I knew people that held flog that were like unrealized $2 million. Like what's
yeah,
so different, bro? Like it's not
Yeah.
that much different.
it's just
Like
it's
I don't
Everyone
know,
had the
flavors.
opportunity to
Yeah,
buy
but
fucking with PopCat
like,
every single fucking
bro,
meme at like low prices.
yeah, like everyone had like block rays. All these dudes like unrealized millions of dollars. Like it's not really that much different. Like obviously the PVE aspect of like, yeah, all altcoins, like everyone's winning is not there, but like
Mm.
at the same time, but the same principle from like the NFTs and DeFi summer, like crazy
mm.
profits from zero to like it's still there. Like I don't know why people like think it's not. It's just
It
like
just
it
it got done
feels
on
shit.
memes this
Yeah,
time. Like
it's
there
just
Yeah.
all
wasn't much
memes.
in the
So
way
people
of
that didn't
governance
buy
tokens.
memes,
Yeah.
but same thing last cycle. People that didn't buy NFTs like missed out on those. So it's like it's the same
And
shit,
didn't
really.
buy synthetics at fucking
Yeah,
half a
Yeah.
cent. It's like
No, no.
that kind of shit of like why
So
did that pump to fucking
bro, it's
I
the
found it.
same.
I
Like
found a tweet that I did like in 2021 because I was like going back through history, being like, what was I thinking at this point in time, right? And this was like end of December 2021. So this is after Bitcoin topped. And I found a tweet where I said like 2017 bros still holding onto coins they bought off a white paper while their favorite YouTuber gives their 1,000th 300k BTC next month price predicting, asking when alt season. And then like
oh.
and then I found another tweet like earlier than that saying, I don't know who I like commented on because like the post was deleted. But I was like, as if we haven't had alt season since August, anyways. And this was Solana in July, which was like $22 Solana, which went up to $261. Um, this was 2021 when this happened, right? So it's like back then there was still people calling for alt season well after BTC topped, which is like
Mm.
kind of where I'm like, we topped here and like we're just like kind of waiting for it because like people are calling for alt season, but like alt season happened. It happened on XRP. It happened on like AI tokens. It happened on WIF and everything like straight after the Trump inauguration, the Trump election. Sorry, like all of the tokens like went up like crazy multiples already.
I don't understand. Yeah, that like I was just thinking about that the other day, and I'm like, bro, like there was so many people with like unrealized, you know,
Mm.
7 figures. Like it's the exact same thing as like holding a bored ape or you know something like that, or like if you bought like 100 fucking pudgy
Like
penguins for like
if
point
you
1 or
stuck
something,
around
point
in
zero
like the
zero.
bear market in like 2017 2018 to
Yeah,
like 2019 and then you got all the way through 2020 21 and then you didn't buy Solana, AVAX, Luna, Bored Apes or
yeah,
whatever, you would have thought like when old season because I'm still holding my
it's shit.
fucking
Dino
like
like old OG alts. Yeah, it's the
OG
same
alts,
shit. It's the
exactly,
same shit.
exactly,
It's
like
like every cycle there's like new Ponzi's, new scams, whatever the fuck they are. I don't know what the next narrative will be.
mm,
That's the beauty of it. Like you don't actually know until it like that's why you just gotta like you gotta be switched on or you just gotta have a good intuition. Because like people are calling, oh we're on it's either the people weren't in memes at all or they just completely round trip their memes slash AI. Like there was those AI coins, there was like fucking AI 16Z, virtuals, fucking so many PVE coins like what's the other one called Arc? Like
Mm.
all these were like launched at like fucking like you could have all of them on day one you could have bought them for like $10 million, 10
yeah,
million market cap. Like
easy.
and they all went over a billion nearly. So it's like I don't know, man. Like there's still 100x's like every fucking everywhere on like actual big PVE coins. And I look, I missed a lot of them, but there was some that I caught, some that are, you know, round trips, and it's like is what it is, you know. Like
Yeah. IOTA was the coin I was going to mention. Like I remember like I had friends that
Oh yeah,
were in
yes,
IOTA
yes,
from
yes.
like
I remember this coin.
yeah, so like that was like an L1 coin that like was really big in like the 2017 cycle. And
Yeah, I
then
do
I remember
remember
like
IOTA.
friends being that like they made a lot of money on it like during that time and were like, dude, it's going to pump so hard. And it was like the end of the 2021 cycle into 2022. It's like just wait till IOTA comes out with this new thing. And then like IOTA just never fucking pumped. Like it just didn't.
Yeah.
And then like
Well, it's the same with .eth this cycle. It's
yeah,
like,
but it was like the litmus test of whether or not an alt season happened back at that time, right? And and because it was like the litmus test at that time, people didn't think that alt season had happened, but it had happened in everything else that was new. So I feel like that's currently like where we're at, where it's like people that held their bags through 22, 23 haven't had a pump on their bags yet, especially Ethereum. And like if you held Lido this whole time, like you're still like you've
well, that's another
Thank
thing.
you,
It's like,
DGen Spartan.
yeah.
No.
it's like if you were like a Lido and ETH like bag holder, like you missed everything.
Yeah, legit.
Like
So
it's just like
it's like a
you
similar
held Bored Ape,
scenario where it's like a
same
lot of this
thing.
shit has pumped, done really well, but if you didn't take profits, then you didn't take profits, and like majority of us didn't do well at taking profits.
But that's okay because the most people that got, as I said earlier, if you got to 6 to 7 figures on a shitcoin, you can probably do it again in the future.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but
Can just sell
yeah,
this time.
sell.
That's what I told myself after
That's what I
PopCap,
told
where I
myself.
capitulated, and then I ran it up on DeFi AI, and then fucking round tripped that, and then bid shit, and now I'm back to basically a little bit above where I started with when I capitulated my PopCat. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm destined to do this. I'm gonna be here forever, guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
we're gonna
throwing,
be here. We're gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
round tripping
throwing this
forever.
ball of money around in and out of the market forever. It's gonna stay the same, or it's gonna go to zero. That's my destiny at this point. So fuck
I
yeah.
find it so funny that like you think every single, whenever you're in a bag or something,
Time
and
it's different, man.
every time it's different. It's gonna be this forever. Like I think I'm gonna
Bro,
be
this is the
young
one. This
when
is
I'm
the
like
one, bro.
70 years old
The
on
amount of
fucking
times.
CT.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like just fucking thinking of like what's yeah, like just being like this time is so different. Like the 10th time. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no.
Oh man, I've done a 50x on this, but I really think it's 100x. I'm not selling until then. Come on.
It's always getting the
Let's
double.
be.
Hey, it's always if you want to squeeze that last,
Yeah, yeah,
50%
yeah.
or double, and that's when it gets you. It's like
Well,
I
it's the
want to.
problem is the tokens that you have in and being like, oh man, but like if I sell a little bit, I'm really muting my gain to the upside here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think it's
Every
like that
time. It's like I just need a
every
2x,
time.
bro. I just need like one more 2x and I'm good. Like
I
20%
think
more
the
and I'm good.
vast. Yeah,
Well, I think this is the point of like, and it's funny because it's probably going to like, if this isn't the top and we actually do get like a giga pump out of here, which, whatever.
yeah,
But like,
whatever. This will sound
as you,
redundant, but
this is going to sound
yeah,
redundant, but it is that thing of like, as you feel like you get nearer to the end of the cycle. And I was telling myself this with DeFi AI shit as well of like, okay, we're closer to the end of cycle than beginning, aggressively take profits. And even then that wasn't aggressive enough.
Yep. 100%.
And it was like, oh wow, okay, like it clipped out way quicker than I thought. And I was like, fuck, it's that euthanasia roller coaster of like, we got those huge runners, but it lasted 2 months, man.
Yeah.
AI16Z launched in fucking late October and it fucking peaked on the 1st of January. Like it was done.
Yep. 100%.
Like that's it. It was November, December. That's it. You got 2 months out of that AI trade. Like, and that's start to fucking finish too. And sure, you could throw some shit in now and see what you get out of it. Like, I think that's a reasonable idea if you still believe in tech. If you think that AI agents, whatever, can make shit more efficient, go fucking nuts. But it is that game of like, oh wow, I thought I had another
those
month or
coins
two of.
aren't gonna go back to all-time highs. Like their charts like a Christmas tree chart now.
I'll eat my hat if AI16Z goes back to 2.5 bill.
How many times though? How many times?
Every
Like
coin will look like that at the end of this cycle.
Sadel Jumps just said like it was a great comment. He said, "Guy at 900k waiting to get to 1 mil." It's like how many times have you been in that position where like you're so close to the target that you wanted and you're just like, I just need that little bit more, and then you're waiting for that 10, 20, maybe 50% more, but then you lose 80%.
Yeah.
That was literally me, DeFi AI waiting for like a certain dollar figure across the port, which is so dumb. But I was just like, nah, cool, we're sweet. And then I was like, ah, just a little dip, it's okay. And then death, and I was like,
just a little dip.
Yeah, I think
just
what
a
I've
little dip. You've only
learned
done
from this
80%. It's
cycle,
fine.
I've learned from this cycle is like to not ever put like from now it sounds like funny in hindsight, but to never like put a dollar figure on something and just to like use your own intuition when you just feel so like euphoric and just feeling good. It's just like start taking, and this is like basic advice, obviously, but it's so
basic,
funny
but it's
because the
not.
market. It's not because you don't do it, but it's just funny because the market just doesn't give a fuck about. Oh, you want $1 million? You want exactly $1 million, don't you? Or $2 million? Yeah, okay. Like I don't give a fuck because the market's going to top like at $1.7 million when you want 2 million. It's like the market just doesn't give a fuck and it has like doesn't really care what like any of your targets are or
How many
anything like
times
that.
has like your portfolio like hit the same like number and then rejected off of that number?
Yeah, well that's another one. It's like
Oh
it's
man,
like
you're telling me the market isn't aware of my portfolio size? Shit. Shit.
It's
and
definitely
it's
aware of
always
mine. It's definitely aware of mine because it rejects off that same number every time.
also I think the problem with like CT as well, like everyone in general, like I suffer from this sometimes is we usually don't increase our risk at the beginning of a like a trend. So like something like the AI trade where like AI 16Z was like an obvious just like
It was so obvious that I
it was
sold
like
the bottom
so
of it.
obvious that it was like an infra like classic. Yeah, no, it was just like an obvious play. And we like how we actually spoke about it. We're like, yeah, this is like gonna definitely be like one of the
Yep.
good AI coins that pumps. We held it and then we ended up selling it.
And then it pumped.
And it's like taking additional risk at the beginning of your trend and then like starting to preserve your capital towards the end. But like everyone does like the opposite usually.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like they start increasing their risk towards like the back end, when everyone, especially, and I've noticed this like very vividly with both memes and the AI trend. When the coin has actually topped, everyone is buying the dip on it. Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
dip, people are just like I remember like AI XBT, like virtuals, people were just slamming those, like buying the dips in those, and every squeeze up was just like time to sell for like whoever was trying to get out. And it was like same with memes, exactly the same with memes. It was like people were just drawing imaginary lines, like this is the bottom, like this is when it's
Yeah.
gonna, because they're so conditioned to it going up.
Yeah. No, for sure.
To a point where it was like, and yeah, that's the hard part. It's like when to start, like,
So Z's in the chat.
yeah.
Shout out Z.
Fuck yeah, Z.
He's like the market certainly knows. He's like he was drawing those imaginary lines and they're going up.
So was I, bro. Don't worry.
I miss you,
I
Z.
drew an imaginary
Literally
line on PopCap.
everyone was. Yeah. I think that comes back to base 16Z was like, and this is something I know we're quoting that guy a lot. We're just glazing him. But there was a really fucking good tweet of like,
Stick
don't use a
salt.
portfolio tracker.
Yeah,
Of like,
that's a good
don't track
point.
total port and just like don't get like addicted to the magic number. And it's something that it's like I try to actually bring in, but then just basic mindsets like, oh no, and then you kind of divvy the individual positions up that you have, and then you're almost like, even without the portfolio tracker, you're still running the same thing in your head of like, oh yeah, fuck it, maybe if that one goes to that amount, then I'm net up this much. And it's the portfolio tracker mindset that you got to get rid of, crazy. Call me Luke Belmont. I'm studying, bro. I'm studying the Johnny Walker, man. I'm studying the portfolio tracker. Hey, Bala's here.
Bala's here. Z's here. We got a crowd. This is good. This is good. Give us the questions.
Should I still
in the
buy
chat.
Onda? I still own it.
Just no shillio, but we need 2 more followers to hit our goal of 70 followers. So if you're not following us on Twitch, please go and follow us.
Please, guys, please.
Hell yeah.
Distinctly, you can cut that out of the YouTube stream. But yeah, how do you short Brotato? You buy liquidate Brotato capital rune on Bitcoin. That's how you do it.
Yeah, no, NFA.
If you
Uh,
short Brotato, short
Um,
Popcat, I think it'd probably be the way to do it.
hey,
Yeah,
we
I think
reached our
that.
follower goal. We met it. 71 out of 70.
Let's
Thank you.
fucking go.
Fucking
Let's
Suck
legends.
dick, LA Vape Cabal.
Yeah.
Bloody Oz Dari Cabal coming for you.
Let's
We're
fucking
next.
go. PK's here as well. Fucking shout out PK.
PK, yeah, we're gonna have you on.
We got
in the next
Oh
week or
yes,
we
so.
got that.
PK.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
PK
get him
up
on in the
next.
next week or so.
Yeah.
So that'll
Fuck
be
yeah.
good. But yeah, what else do we have? There's a few other topics I
Fuck
think
the
we
Oz.
were.
Dari Cabal didn't get the invite.
Sorry, Cabal. Yeah.
Bro, I was looking at like social rec on Twitter and just adding up followers. Sorry, didn't make the cut, man.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have noticed, but ever since that fucking Kato Yaps thing became a thing, but like Twitter's just gone to shit.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is that?
Chain, Monad, Yaps, 3 for 3.
I've been so bad at like doing this, and like people have been making money because they've been yapping, and I'm like, bro, I should have done this way earlier. And like the only reason I've been bad at doing it is like when the Kato thing came out, and I went to like sign up, like there was like some issue with the website, and I was like, I'll fucking do this later, and then I never did. And then now like people are like, yeah, making money off this thing. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I'm so behind the art, whatever it is. Like it's a yapping. What is it like a?
So it's like a
what even
point.
is it?
It's like a point system that like they. I think it's kind of like Nansen, in a way, where it's like, but it's like Twitter. Like so they look for like mind share, like quote unquote, where it's like kind of like looking at what people are talking about, like similar words or whatever, and then there's like the frequency that people are saying certain things that are like reaching the Yap leaderboard, and it's like if you tweet about those certain things, then it like gives you more points. But I think the Yap or the Kato team came out and been like, we're gonna start shadow banning people that are like talking about certain things, which is like probably the right thing to do because people are just like, I don't know,
Just gaming it with slop.
So can I like log in with my like Twitter?
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, because you're.
I'm probably gonna top blast this entire fucking.
Yeah, it's over for Yaps.
It's over for Yaps because I'm gonna like join now.
I think I got an okay-ish amount of Yaps. I got like the top 1,000 for the airdrop.
You got the Barachain airdrop, didn't you?
Yeah, I got Barachain from that. 400 Barachain tokens. Can't claim it till Feb 10th, so tomorrow. So yeah, I was just like, fuck, it's gonna be worth $3 by the time I get to it.
Wait, let me pull up the Barachain chart. Oh, this looks rough. Okay.
It's not good.
Yeah, bro, Barachain's it's over for Barachain. Do I have to join a waitlist? I'm mid curve.
Wait,
and
is there like a wrapped bear? What's
It's funny as fuck.
Oh, dude, that actually, this looks like the uni airdrop chart. I don't know if you remember that, but it was like you have this like big spike down, and then you have like the big up. Probably
wrapped better.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and find the chart, but like it reminds me of the uni price action, like before it went up like a shit ton. But
yeah, I really want to claim this airdrop so I can fucking cheat it because I'm like, oh wow, that's like $3,000, and now I'm like, oh no, it's $2,000. I'm like, please, can it not be one by the time I get to it?
PK's like, didn't hedge at $10 on Hyperliquid, never gonna make it. You didn't, Tom? Did you hedge your $3 token?
I did.
Bro doesn't know how to hedge.
I'm no edge, no hedge, dude. What's hedging?
What's hedging?
Is it the same as gooning? Am I in the right direction?
No. Bro, if you need any lessons on that, you know where to go to.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
Hedging, gooning. I thought they were the same thing. What's happening?
Oh god, that's funny as fuck. Release the bot says fuck, marry, kill. Ansem, Portnoy, or FaZe Banks.
Oh. This is a good one.
I'm just waiting for who's gonna say who they're gonna fuck.
I'm so sorry. I was getting a.
Wait. Is it fuck, marry, kill?
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill, Ansem, Portnoy, and FaZe Banks.
I'd have to kill Banks. That's a 100%.
Okay, so you're either gonna fuck Ansem or Portnoy. So I'm like,
I'm not even gonna say anymore. I'd say kill Banks.
Tom.
His tweet the other day annoyed the fuck out of me. That one on Kanye.
Tom, who are you gonna do?
I'm killing Banks. Sorry, I'm just eating a little protein bar right now. I got a little hungry. I'm killing Banks. Man, that's a really tough one. You know what? I'm banging Ansem and I'm marrying Portnoy. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, clip that stinkly.
Yeah, a little intern will pay me big bucks to do this.
All right. So Bala says,
I'm quitting in
fuck,
I'm
marry,
quitting in
kill.
2 weeks, so work can't fire me. You know. So
shout out to Cointelegraph.
Keep that indistinctly. Keep that in the clip.
Please.
Bala says, fuck, marry, kill, sticks, Z or 1L. That's for you, Tom.
That's for me. Oh man, that's brutal.
That is brutal.
Oh my god, I can't do this. It's fuck all three. Are we kidding? That's an option. Huh.
Oh no, wait. That's Bala's orders. He's saying he's gonna fuck sticks, marry me, marry Z, and kill me. What the fuck? Fuck you, Bala.
Oh, brutal.
I would marry Z.
Yeah.
Z would treat me right.
Yeah,
you
he
know
would.
Z
He's
would
a
treat you
man.
right, man.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Nah, Z knows
I'm marrying Z for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, Z's a long-term option, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so like, okay, bring it back to some market shit, right? Bring it back to some real shit, not AI shit like Bala would love.
Thanks for putting up with that guy.
Yeah,
guys, it's great.
Yeah. So, all right, question for you guys: if you had to do anything over the next month, the next 2 months, would you rather be stabled or would you take a position in something right now? Do you think like sentiment's like bottomed and like you want to take a position, or do you want to just wait it out for a bit longer?
Well, I think taking a position's okay. I think just not doing too much is what you want to do. Like if you find something and you've got like, good conviction in it, yeah, take the position. But doing less, I think I feel like this is a similar scenario to that choppy period we had last year where like if you do too much, you're just gonna fuck up your entire stack.
Do you think like animal tokens or AI or like
I think animal tokens can pump really hard like off their bottom nowhere near their all-time highs, but I'm saying like will wreck shorts that are late to the party in terms of maybe they go up from the bottom at like 3-4x, and then maybe they retrace and then I'm not sure where from there, but no real conviction, to be honest, right now. Just like hype is where I'm sitting, and if it goes lower, I'll buy more. But I'm pretty fucking clueless. Hey,
true.
I'm not even gonna act like I know what's the fuck's gonna happen because I really don't.
Yeah, I've legit never been fucking more unsure of market trends. I'm just
This has been so fucking hard. I don't know where we are in the cycle.
Like, to answer your question directly, 1L, I've already taken positions and shit that I think is okay. But I think, like, at the same time, I do that and then I check on them and I think, fuck me, I should have just stayed stabled. What this shit? I'm like, I'm buying the lows and then down another 40% on that and being like, oh, okay. I thought the chart was bottomed.
What do you think's the hardest part for you guys to like just actually stable? Is it like the fact that like you don't want to miss out on like a potential pump and like you feel like it's stupid
Well,
afterwards?
I think that's the entire thesis of CT. They'd rather lose money, rather for price to go down than to miss the 20x pump from where they were positioned accordingly. So I think most like risk on people are literally have fear of missing the pump. So with some of my coins that like Hype and PopCap, because I've round tripped that and held it for about a year, nearly a year, which that was my plan to hold it for a year, but I was 2 months too short, sadly. But but yeah, that was my fear. That's my fear with those two. Everything else, I sort of just treated it as I'm never gonna hold this long term, so I sold them. But those two, I sort of had a thesis with. And that was my thesis, where I was like scared to miss like if there was to be a big pump, and I think there will be one, with Hype in the future if the team keeps doing well. But yeah, I think it's more so that the fear of missing out on the two conviction holds that I have, as opposed to
What do you think would bring you out like completely? Like what's
like bring me if BTC stuff. Hard one. I think this is the issue, because my cost basis was like kind of not low on PopCap, but like lower than what it is right now. It sort of made me think I had like room to hold it all the way down. So for me personally, like, because I've sold a lot of my other things, like I sold the Penguin airdrop, sold Penguins, sold a bunch of all my other shit coins, like sold Katana, all those other ones I've sold. I'm in the position where I think I'll literally either hold PopCat back up to a high enough valuation, or I'll end up selling it like close to my break even or something like that. So that's where I am with that. Hype is quite hype. It's quite different actually. If it goes lower, I'm just gonna buy more. Not even like think about like if I'm like in the red or whatever. But yeah, so I have like no plans to reassess that unless like something fundamentally changed on that platform, like North Korea hacking it. But yeah, nah, that's my
What about you, Tom?
It's what Salvagem said in chat before. Like, probably depends on port size. Like, I'm throwing much smaller clips than Sticks is into probably like what I would consider to be more dog shit. But it's stuff that it's high conviction dog shit to me. But it is the stuff that I was doing with like,
that's the thing.
Exactly. And so it was like the shit that I did with like Grift, and like buying that kind of low and being like, okay, sick. Like let's bid shit that I think market has completely like freaked out, not understood, and sold off too quick. And so I'm kind of doing that with some shit on base at the moment. And that's what I went over there for and was like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna layer into this. So I've like brought my cost basis down on some of those plays. Well, one of them now I've concentrated into one, which I think is like underrated. So full Shilio, don't fucking go buy this unless you look into it. But it's hella low market cap now. But it's aggr.trade. I think team is actually solid. I think it actually has good. Bala's going to laugh at me for this, but like I think that like it's got an actual solid product. It's got the AI narrative. It's got enough narratives in it that I'm like, all right, even just as a momentum trade when things pick up again. But that's the worry with momentum, is like bidding it late, and when the momentum doesn't come back, it's like, great, you've just bought a dead narrative.
What coins is this?
aggr.strategy, AISTR. It's basically it's really small fund. This is the issue, is it's not like a revenue generating product. You're buying like an AI agent fund that does AI like micro strategy, now strategy with Coinbase BTC looped through Morpho. And people can mint tokens. You can essentially do what you do when you buy MicroStrategy shares to get exposure to like leverage beta to BTC was the play. No idea if it comes back. Like its volume is just dog shit, and I'm like, uh-oh. And base the chain is just like ruh-roh at the moment as well in terms of like volume and interest. So yeah, that's like the one play that I kind of like picked up on that I think is still each day that it kind of dies more. I'm like, yeah. But I'm actually going to get dev on NGMI soon. You know, got to work for your bags. But yeah, this is a very long way of saying that. Like, I think that for me, it was like taking a position in conditions where I thought there'd be like, oh, it's oversold, and we'll get like a kind of like a hype bubble again, where people go, oh, what the fuck? Why did I sell this? Let's buy it. Let's buy back. Yet to be seen if that happens in like the deep trenches. But that's the kind of stuff that I take positions in now. But as time goes on and that volume just dwindles, it's more and more of an indictment of like, oh, this was not good risk management. But in terms of what could, you know, bring me to stable up like fully out of everything, yeah, I don't know if there is much, man. I'm going down with some of the shit. I've got a decent clip of stables, and what I have on chain at the moment, I've now just like written off to zero as like if there's a run, there's a run, and if nothing's happened in a month and sentiment is truly just like in the toilet, and it's like, okay, I don't know. There'll be clearer signs in future if we're truly like the last Japanese soldier on the island. If I'm that guy, it's like, dude, the war's over, come back. It's like, no, I must keep fighting. Trust me. So yeah, we'll see.
That's how I feel about animal coins right now. It's like there's a lot of Japanese soldiers right now.
Yeah, dude, it's us. It's us, bro. I've got a Popcat long open that I'm just like, oh god,
Popcat.
it's different, bro.
Popcat this time is different. There's no bag holders, bro.
There's no bag holders, bro. We're only gonna go up, even though the chart is a Christmas tree.
Popcat has been surprisingly resilient. I do like the chart. I do like.
Well, I mean, it did get a bit of an assistance from the great men and women at Coinbase. Yeah.
Not yet.
Play
no,
with Popcat?
No. So the Coinbase thing was just the Coinbase thing was just a roadmap. It wasn't actually a listing.
No, I think it's like getting listed 100% now.
Yeah, but it's on the road. It's like it hasn't been listed, but it's the road.
Yeah. It's not actually on there yet. Yeah.
Bala's trying to show the FTM rebrand of Sonic. And he's like 343 mil TVL growth all month in TVL.
Huh.
Look,
fuck it.
I've seen the Andre Crony games before. Whilst I appreciate them, I hate TVL as a metric. I'm sorry, Bala.
I've played these games before.
I'm sorry. TVL is like the most gameable metric of all time. But yeah, I could be wrong.
You hear that, Bala? Yeah, okay, that's right.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right, motherfucker. But yeah. Now, I guess like if I was to put my 2 cents in, would be like, we're either at like the Pico Schmico and like everything is just like trying to, it's just like that euthanasia cycle on the way down of like people trying to bid things that they think is cheap, all the way down. And it's like, you know, the way, the thing that like comes to mind
happens
is like
every cycle.
Yeah, like Ansem, like quite prolifically like came out and said like this was the top like last cycle, and then was like, I think the bottom is in like later on in like Q2 of like 2022, and then like Luna happened like straight after that, and like everything went to fucking zero. Like you can like Google Ansem's like Substack Q2 article from 2022, and it's quite funny to read in hindsight. But like I feel like we're either in that space now, or like we're either in like the May 2021 space. Like we're either in like one of those two like camps. I think like if you're going to take a bullish stance on anything right now, it's like we've got an administration in the US that's like trying to be like pro US stuff and they're pro crypto and etc. So like there's obviously something that's positive that's going to come out of there eventually. They're just not going to do it so quickly, because if you do it too quickly, then like it'll sell off, right? Because then like it loses its narrative. So like the unknown of it is a bullish thing for like people to park markets, and I think like the people involved all know that. So I feel like that's one thing to like take a bullish stance on. The other thing is like the Fed and like macro and rates, etc. Like at some point, there's probably likely to be a rate cut. It's probably a lot longer down the path than like people originally assumed. So like, I feel like at that point in time, like that could be a thing. So like that's another thing that you could be betting on. But it's like, do you want to bet on it now, or do you want to bet on it when it happens? So like
Yeah.
that's two things. But like as the current state of play is as it stands now, like I feel like trying to compare things too much to previous cycles, knowing that conditions were very different, is probably going to kill a lot of people, including
Yeah, I
myself.
agree.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
hey, last time when they cut rates, this happened. Last time when they did this, this happened. So people are betting on those things to happen, whereas like we had a lot of great shit happen already. It's like, okay, what's the next best thing? And I think that's the hardest thing to sort of like come to terms with and rationalize, which is kind of why I'm more in the mindset of like, if you are going to bet on anything, you try and bet on something that's like genuinely revenue producing, actually doing something, rather than that's not. So it's a very bear market esque type approach.
Like take the tech side. Yeah.
Or just like an actual product, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
And I like
because
to go back to like the 2021 kind of thesis of like and some shit's being funny, but it's like, you look at and this is like maybe there could be something that's about to blow up, but this is all like that was all pre, Luna, FTX, Celsius,
oh, I think
3 Hours Capital. Like, have we got that now? Like, if you actually look at who's left to blow up, maybe someone can jump in and blow themselves up, and someone's secretly sitting on piles of leverage. But in the absence of that, it's like, okay, there's
yeah, nah, I'm gonna remain bullish until, like, bullish on, like, obviously you can't be remaining bullish on many things because it's really only Bitcoin and like a handful of things that look really good at the moment. But I'm gonna remain bullish on at least the general overview of the market until, like October, November, and then I think that's when BTC actually tops. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. But
Yeah, I think everyone's like really like it is at this point everyone knows it's a Bitcoin driven cycle, and there's the all the little pockets of alt. We had AI, we had memes. Now we've got like celebrity fucking attention memes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't know what you want to call them, but so like there's been a couple of narratives, and they're all driven on Solana. So
yeah.
I don't know, it's pretty bullish, I guess, for Solana, but yeah, it's a bit difficult to try and rationalize which coins are going to be good if BTC does go up at the end of the year, because let's be honest, there's going to be a bunch of new shit in between now and then. Like there just will be. It's just a
Like if
fact
you think
of
back to
crypto.
2023, like when
Where we were,
like we had
we
a
didn't know about
hamster
AI.
coins, and like we had
Yeah,
like all sorts of shit, and like
I mean, did you? Yeah,
nothing that we
it's like
thought was bullish back then like ended up being bullish. So it's just like,
this is why it's always good to, like, if you are playing on chain, it's always good to have like sit on a lot of Sol or sit on a lot of stables if you truly actually play this game regularly, because let's be honest, most of the shit it's going to pump hasn't actually been released yet.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just the reality of Bitcoin. But yeah, I think Bitcoin will get one big leg up at the end of the
Do you
year,
think
like
ETH
similar to
gets a
the.
leg up at all?
I think ETH, if yeah, I do. I think it'll get like, it won't be anything special, but I think it'll be a leg up, and I'm not sure, it might like maybe break like 4K or something like that, and you know, make a new yearly high or something, and I think that'll be like the top of the cycle. Like, I'm not even joking. I think like BTC will, you know, go up, and then I think Vitalik will do something with the like bullish conditions when BTC's up, and I think maybe Vitalik will rearrange the ETH Foundation this year at some point. I don't think he's gonna like do a fucking Zuckerberg type meta, yeah, fire everyone, you know. But I think because I think he's too much of a fucking little wimp to do that. But I think he'll do something to fix what the fuck, because I think it's gotten to a point even for him with his stupid philosophical like takes on, you know, everything in life. It's like it's actually getting to a point where, okay, now like I need to actually fix this, because it sees at 100K and I'm at bear market prices.
Yeah, and like
So
XRP is like
I
approaching.
think I think it might. It's just I think it might go back to like 4K or something. Like maybe
XRP
slightly above.
FTV is like really close. There are 100.
Sorry.
XRP FTV is less than 100 million. Then
Yeah,
that
which
way,
is funny because XRP could could outperform it anyway from here.
it is pretty crazy that XRP is like ahead of Solana right now. Like,
yeah, I find that just, I think that's just a byproduct of crypto as a whole. It's like the whole premise of crypto is like based off like cults, like BTC is like the biggest cult, and it doesn't actually like compare it to Solana. Like, well, obviously Solana does like a lot more and has a lot more use cases than like BTC, and you like from a fundamental point, you could argue Solana is like the most useful chain because it like it has the most speculation out of anything. But it's just like the nature of how like human minds work. It's like the cult of XRP, and BTC was the first cryptocurrency, so it's like if BTC dies, then everything dies, you know. So
I think like I've just put up the ETH yearly chart, and it's like if you,
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not bullish ETH. Like, I'm saying ETH will go to like, you know, at one point it might have a really big pump if Vitalik, you know, fixes some things, and Bitcoin's at like 130, 140K, and ETH goes to like 4,500 or something, and it tops. Like, I can't actually see it going to like, there's no chance it goes to like 6,000 or anything.
yeah, like
There's too many
2023 yearly
sellers.
open was 1,200. 2024 yearly open was 2,200. 2022 yearly open was 3,700. It's like been
Yeah, that's
stuck in.
insane. 3,007. I do remember that actually, having so much ETH in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, oh man. To think it's like well below that price right now
It,
is, well, BTC's at like what, like nearly 100K is like kind of fucked up. But
I saw someone like post like ETH needs tariffs on the L2s to make them pay.
oh, bro, yeah, no, it's just ETH is just I think also a lot of, not a lot, but I did hear like someone did say to me that like a couple big whales that like basically like ditched ETH after, you know, after bag holding it since like basically
Yeah.
2016, which is interesting.
Yeah. It
I like
I think
to
like
see.
there's a potential setup there, but it's like such a high risk setup. Sauded Jum says insert clip of Vitalik making fun of BTC for having $5 transfer fees, and then release the bot says we're gonna have halving this. We're gonna be having this same conversation about Sol next cycle. It's true.
It's so true. Yeah, I agree. It's so like Soul will get to a point where it's actually it's too efficient, too extractive. Like where when we've, you know, we've done this infinite loop of meme coins for the next 2 years, when there's another what, like 20 million coins that have launched, and it'll just like become actually valueless because no one is wanting to use it because they know that it's like they're going to lose money because it's so efficient. So that might actually be another problem in the future, that it becomes like too
Yeah.
extractive,
I,
and that's when Soul
if you
probably
have a look at like
becomes
Sol
valueless.
BTC, it's very
I mean, everything will go down in BTC terms over 10
yeah.
years plus or whatever.
If you
But
put
yeah.
yeah, I've got ETH BTC chart overlaid with Sol BTC. I don't know why this chart's like not refreshing. properly, but
That's so fun. It's gonna be funny.
It's almost the exact same chart.
God, everyone's just gonna be long in Sol, and yeah, it's so bad because Sol has such a good like I have that PTSD now, so I hope I'm wrong. But like Sol has such a good, you know, user-friendly product with Phantom, Dupe.
Yeah.
Just like everything in general on Sol is like really crisp and clean. And to think like, yeah, it might actually just become like a not dead chain, but like a underperforming asset. You know, in the next few years would be kind of crazy to think, but I mean, everyone said that about ETH, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's if it's ultra consensus,
Yeah.
and the problem with ETH as well was it was so consensus in the bear market that it was so comfortable to hold, as opposed to like something like Sol or XRP, where they were down really bad, and it's like they were like Sol went down 97%.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like they definitely weren't consensus trades.
Yeah,
And
if you're too bullish fucking anything, I'm just gonna stick with Sol moving forward of like a major that I like.
this cycle, Sol's the best. The
We
best
will
major.
Hyperliquid pill you one day, Tom.
Yeah, I need a Hyperliquid pill you, Tom. Really
I'm
need
too poor to be Hyperliquid pill bros. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Buying Hyperliquid
Bridge.
now is like buying Sol
You
at
will
like
bridge
$20.
over and you will be happy.
You literally,
No, that's like all my buddies. They're like, oh, like I'm too poor to bridge over. But I'm like, brother,
everyone
it's on ARB, like it's free.
It's not even. No, it's not ARB. ARB's just the bridge. It's just the bridge.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you tell me that every time.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
ARB's the bridge.
ARB's the
yeah,
bridge, but Hyper's the best setup for like RWAs, everything. It's the best setup of like.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jeff
I'm
knows what he's
gonna
doing.
pill you after this, Tom. I'm gonna send you a bunch of
I'm
shit.
sending you Jeff videos.
Yeah, I'm sending you Jeff videos. I'm sending you all of like the pilling shit that like I need to pill you with. And like
Is this the equivalent of me like Luke Belmar studying the Hyperliquid? Bro,
Yeah.
I'm just studying the Hyperliquid.
Yeah.
This is
I watched
equivalent to like
Jeff
a
videos.
link.
What's Jeff doing? Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid. This is
Brotato
equivalent to like a
capital,
link marine
Hyperliquid.
chilling.
Yeah.
This is
100%.
like some link marine type chill.
And now I'm drinking. Now I'm in the war room with Jeff drinking Hyperliquid.
Drinking Hyperliquid. I'm in the war room. Why? I studied, bro.
I'm drinking a Great Northern right now. Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid.
But yeah, I I'm gonna have to pill you, Tom. I've got so much shit to say about it. Like,
I'll pill you in Swiss.
Yeah. Even Bala got pilled. I got Bala pilled the other day, because Bala called me. I like got off the plane from like Townsville, and he was like, he called me to play aggr sounds. I don't know if you guys know aggr very well. You know, like the aggr.trade.
No, I don't.
Nah.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh
if
god.
you type
Is this
in,
another thing that I missed?
No. This is like last cycle shit. But if you type in aggr.trade, right, it'll pull up like or like on your browser, it'll pull up like a website, and it's got like fucking a Bitcoin chart, and it has like all of the buys and sells of like Bitcoin, basically. But there's a volume button that you can like press, and basically when you do it, you hear this like
oh wait, Warner, was this the platform that you used during like the Japanese, like that massive nuke, and you were seeing all the Bitcoin?
Yeah,
I've used this. I know.
You can like hear the liquidations.
Literally see the liquidations and the big buys and all that. Yeah.
Big buys, big sells, liquidations, all of it.
It's cool. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
And there's like a noise to it, and like anyone.
Yeah, I remember I opened it. It was pretty funny.
A lot of traders use it, so like they have like the chart pulled up. I'll just pull it up here on like the screen. So there's like you have like the 5 second chart, and then I don't know why my computer's being super slow today, but you can like see all these like massive buys and sells coming in, and then like there's a audio button where you can like listen to it, and it is like I don't know if I can like play the audio here, but it is you need to just pull it up, aggr.trade, and then go
I
to
can hear
audio and then listen to it. It is hilarious. So when like big events like FOMC and all of that happen, then you want to be pulling up aggr.trade, because like you can just hear it like da-dong, 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 da-dong,
Yeah.
like that sort of stuff. It's absolutely hilarious. But like what you use it for is to see how much activity there is in the market. So like you're trying to see like how many market buys or market sells there are, and like if people are aggressively bidding or selling at a certain level. And because like the noises are like tuned to like buying and selling, there's like a different noise for each, and then there's a different noise for like a buy liquidation or a sell liquidation. So like you if you have the screen up while you're like trading, you'd be like, oh, people are getting liquidated as fuck right now, I'm gonna buy. That's like kind of how you play it. But like Bala was playing me those sounds, and then he was like, I get Hyperliquid now, I get
I
it.
get it.
And I was like, yes, bro.
Now, Hyperliquid seems like the most obvious PVE trade, and I find it quite obvious because everyone seems to like get really frustrated at it because they can't get an entry, and maybe I'm like jinxing it and it's gonna go to like $15 now, but
So
We're going to the CL zone.
Saddlejum says the question you should be asking is what's the what chain's
Yeah, TRX.
test coin is next? It's Tron. And it's so
Yeah.
true. Like if you look at TRX, it's like fucking one of the best looking charts crypto.
Check this out. It's on Sun Pump. I'm looking at it. I don't have any TRX there.
Of course you do. Oh, why is my computer so shit right now?
Oh my god, it's at 3.6 already. God damn. All
Yeah.
right.
If there's gonna be any scam, it's Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But test coin. But Sun can shill it, but he can't list it on Binance.
For sure. Guys, I think before we wrap it up, just wanted to say that last week on Spaces, you missed the most epic event. When
Yeah, what the fuck happened?
there was a girl that came on, and she was like,
bro, I think I missed this because I fucking left.
yeah, you left. So
Oh,
I was on with
fuck.
I was on with Chimp Phone, Jelly Dowsey, and that, and then this
And
person,
Alpha the frog.
yeah, no, after had left, it was like
Oh.
me, Chimp Phone, Jelly Dowsey, and Hikaru. This person's like, oh, so this guy is like gonna kidnap us, and like I just don't know what's going on right now. And anyone that's like listening right now, if you like go to the Brotato page, you can like go and listen back. But I'm still like fucking confused as to what happened here. No, Arthur was on. I don't know why he was still a speaker, but yeah, pretty sure he left at that point. But yeah, it was pretty funny. It was some crazy shit that happens in spaces sometimes.
Indeed. Indeed.
Cool. All right, should we wrap it up?
That was
I'm getting a little eepy.
Little
so am I. I woke up like so early today for some reason, but
Cool.
yeah, I'm getting tired as hell.
All right, so thank you for everyone to listening, and Brotato Capital will be doing this regularly now from Sunday nights at the same time, same starting time. So we're going to try and commit to this as a proper schedule, and yeah, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thanks for those that wanted to follow us on Twitch, because we hit our goal, so I appreciate that. We just need like 7 more subscribers, so like if you really wanted to subscribe, we would appreciate that too. But yeah, like we'll have shit on YouTube. Shout out to Stinkly for doing our YouTube edits. And if there's anything things that you want us to talk about in future episodes, please hit us up in Twitch chat or in the DMs. We'll gladly bring it up. I think getting more of you guys to talk about it, and if you want to come on, hit us up on the DMs. We'd love to have you on.
Yes.
I think getting some community members would be a sick podcast. We've had some great
Lit.
pods with some people in spaces and that, so I think like getting some of you on the official pod would be good. But yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in. And yeah, we'll
Thanks, guys.
catch you guys in the next one. Peace.